Illinois. And she went to Spain and Florida, and she was like, I'm tired of this heat. And I was like, I love it when it's cold. I love it. She's like, I don't like the heat, but I hate the cold. People are scared of the cold because it can kill you. It might be a white entitlement thing. White people love the cold because we're like, oh, you just are rich.
Yeah.
You just have a heater.
The Chrono Trigger music is playing upstairs because I guess our stream ended and it went to whatever the next video is. So let me go turn off the stream. I'll mute the Yeti for now.
I am a Oh, you got all three going? Hello. Can you hear me? For good luck. Lies of penis. Men always lie. That's why it's
the intro of the game.
Yeah, that was
Now you
it.
get to finally see the title screen.
Yeah, and there's a
You get
whole,
to see the name of the game that you're playing.
Oh, we get to see the whole why the puppets went mad. The madness of the disease spread like wildfire in the Hanoi pit of hell. People ask us if we have a podcast, and I'm like, it's a lot of stuff. Because I don't want to be, just a podcast. We have this, we have streaming.
It's a multimedia empire.
We make graphic design memes.
It's a multimedia empire.
We make TikTok clips. We make tweets. But yeah, podcasting is like the OnlyFans of comedy. Because if you don't want to go downtown and get dirty and be around people, you can just do it from your house.
Yeah, and you don't make any money.
Yeah.
Just like OnlyFans. Like only like something like a fraction of a percent of people actually make a living off of it.
I'm literally getting naked into the void.
Yeah.
I'm showing my pussy to space.
Whenever you said that, I thought of this.
A lot of people ask me stupid fucking questions.
Nice.
That's what I thought of. A lot of people ask me stupid fucking questions.
Why is it that only the ugly chicks want to talk to me when I go to a fucking nightclub? Huh? Fuck that.
Why come the wings ain't free?
Question.
So all the robots, all the puppets went crazy and started killing everyone. So it's basically BioShock, but Pinocchio.
Pinocchio shock. Pinocchio shock.
Bisexual Pinocchio.
That's Timothy Chalamet ding dong.
Choi Jiwon.
Choi what?
Choi Jiwon.
Oh, we had Thai food this morning, and I got beat up by my daughter the whole time because I couldn't stop. We were the only ones in the restaurant, so I was like, "Dang, I don't spicy pork."
Nice.
And then he said something about like being Thai. He forgot silverware, and he was like, "Oh, I thought you want to eat Thai style," and I was like, "Are we gonna fucking sit on the floor?"
Right. Right.
Apparently, you're not supposed to say that. But he started it. He started it with the jokes. Do you want to do a penguin thing over here? If it's good, how many episodes are you willing to give it to see if it's good or not?
Oh no, I'm gonna watch the Penguin. Hell yeah.
Okay.
At least the first episode. You can come over here and we can watch it.
If it's Gotham Sopranos, I'm in. But that's a pretty high.
I liked the Batman, so
Yeah, that's good.
yeah.
And Mafia shit is good.
And Colin Farrell's good.
And then it's in a universe where Superman exists, yes? Is it?
I don't know.
the
I think
canon?
the Batman universe is kind of like a Nolan verse where it's
Yeah.
just Batman.
So it's still realistic. There's not powers. Nobody's going to be like, oh, over in Metropolis, they
Yeah.
got this fucking guy.
This fucking
He
guy.
can see your fucking panties. He looked at my wife's fucking pig panties. He's a pervert. He's a Klingon pervert.
She's a hooah.
He was looking at. He's from fucking Klingon or something.
What the fuck?
He's super, and he's got like cryptocurrency or something
Cryptocurrency.
over in fucking Metropolis.
Some kind of Bitcoin, so Kryptonite.
Isn't there other towns in DC Universe or Smallville?
Yeah, there's like major cities that don't exist here. There's Star City.
Yeah.
That's where Green Arrow is. And
Yeah.
I think Green Lantern's from there.
Where's the Flash from? Splitsburg, because he's fucking splits. I'm
He's from-
Splitsburg.
He's from Theyland.
Yeah, they them land
Yeah.
because he flashes.
I just love every single
genitalia.
time. Every single time there's somebody in like a Reddit post or something talk shit about Ezra Miller. They're like, yeah, he's really crazy, blah, blah, blah. They're really crazy. They keep getting corrected.
Correction. But they need to rebrand the worst comic book guy from Simpsons as like a woke.
Yeah.
Worst pronoun use ever. And he just corrects everybody.
Central City is where Flash is from. In some storylines, it's in Ohio. In others, it's in Missouri.
Trying to get up in her Central City.
Some cityscapes shots for the Flash TV series are filmed in Portland, Oregon.
You know what I mean? I heard she had a good Central City. Sophia. Oh, I got a Moonface pocket watch that I'm never going to use again the entire game. Thanks, ho. I mean, this game kind of has no business being as good looking as it does. Korea's coming out of the gate with hot tits and Pinocchio goth shit.
Yeah.
Nobody knew what they were doing. They tried MMORPGs, didn't they? Wasn't there a Korean one of that?
MMORPG?
All the Koreans won Starfield, Star Force, Star whatever. StarCraft.
Yes. StarCraft
dominated.
is when they were awoken from the clay of the land.
Saruman.
Yeah. Do you know how the Koreans were created? They were introduced to a concept called Zergs.
That Warhammer thing has no business looking as good as it does either. And it's a gang of aliens on the screen at once. It's going to make the PlayStation go.
Make your PlayStation go there.
No, I fixed it.
Because you live in a... Well, you don't have animals anymore, so you shouldn't be having lots of dander.
I had to put it on I put the pussy on a pedestal. It was in that little side thing sideways, and it was getting too hot. So I turned it sideways, and I put the vacuum up to it, and I could hear the vacuum cough on the old cat jizz inside of it. As soon as I put the vacuum nozzle up to where it
went
says,
zoop.
it went
Yeah.
suckuk. I was like, damn. All right, so this is the base. All your base belong to Pinocchio. And I have this pocket watch that I'm never going to use. I don't even know what it does. And you can buy ammo from this guy, but you don't get a gun until way later. And you have
Hey,
to
it's
talk-
like that guy in... Was it Passengers where it had the bartender that was a robot?
No.
The Chris Pratt and what's her name?
Yes.
Jennifer Lawrence.
Yeah.
I had a really good. I found a really good 4chan post about that where it was like, why did he just wake up one chick? Why didn't he wake up like 12 chicks and have them all fight over him?
Dude, that movie could have been so much better if it was creepy. Like it had some Event Horizon shit, but then they made the bad guy misogyny because he thought he owned her, and then he turned psycho. And I was like, sci-fi's for the lads.
Yeah.
Why are we doing anti-misogyny sci-fi?
Yeah. Well, the actual villain of it was loneliness,
Yeah,
but
you're not allowed to say that. You're not allowed to have feelings.
Yeah.
Did you see this for Wukong? There's do's and don'ts for streamers.
For streamers, yeah. Well, we're gonna talk all kinds of shit about China.
We're not going to stream it. We're going to use recorded game footage and
Yeah.
put our words over it later. So it's not streaming.
Yeah, we're gonna have a whole anti-CCP episode over.
Go,
Wukong.
monkey, go. Stick monkey. Big monkey have big stick. How many more ways can this game be?
Right.
Look, I'm not Chinese, but I can't wait until they take over because I want to see what Chinese misogyny looks like. And I think I have an idea, Donnie. I think it looks like this. I think it looks a little something like this. I, for one, would like to welcome our ant overlords. So I can have
You've
a
seen the,
position in slime pits.
You've seen the Chinese guy
Meme?
meme talking about women.
I mean, they just stopped making them, didn't they? Is that Japan or China? Who started killing little baby girls?
China had the one child policy, and so everybody wanted a boy.
Yeah. How'd that work out for them? Aren't all the boys lonely now, Ronry?
Yeah, they're so lonely. Yeah, yeah. This the Zhang Yang Twitter account.
Wang Dong.
This impression of America woman. I whine, complain all day, have 17 abortion from black man sex. Do not know how to cook hot pot, live messy, disgusting apartment. All men bad garbage. Why nobody marry? That's Chinese misogyny right there.
Dude, you're not going to get allowed anywhere near the Wukong stream with that kind of talk.
Well, no, the stream says no feminism.
It says
Not no
talking
misogyny.
about China either.
Yeah, no CCP, but also no feminism.
Since you
And
don't
no
talk about my
politics.
PC penis. I mean, there was an 80s band that had this awesome song called Everybody Wang Chung Tonight.
I know.
That was great. And
Well, then there was
nobody
the
gave a
freaking-
fuck.
Everybody was kung fu fighting. Dun-dun-dun-dun-dun-dun-dun.
They were trying to make new cool words. The code for having fun is Wang Chung. Everybody
Yeah.
have fun tonight.
Well, Wang Chung is the name of the band.
Yes.
Everybody Wang Chung tonight.
Across the nation, around the world. That wasn't my favorite one from that era. Was We Built This City on Rock and Roll. That shit rules.
You know,
This is
that is considered one of the
Worst songs of all
worst
time.
songs of
Yeah.
all time.
Yeah, I've heard that. I mean,
Say
again,
you don't know me.
you need to leave room for context and nuance.
Recognize my face.
Nobody realizes that
Say
song
you don't care who goes.
was from one of the gayest times in the world.
Yeah, right. To that kind of place. And they were the descendants of freaking awesome Jefferson Airplane. Don't you want somebody to
Yeah.
love? And then it turned into Jefferson Starship. And then it turned into Starship. It's like all the coolness got sucked out of them until they were just lame.
Bro, even Led Zeppelin used Casio. It's All of My Love. That was in the 80s.
No, that was in the 60s, man. All of My Love was on their first album.
Which one was it? The later one with all the synthesizers. Maybe those were real violins.
My name is Gemini. We'll talk later.
Coda.
Oh, well, maybe it's on In Through the Outdoor. Never mind.
Coda.
Okay, you were more right than I was because it's from 1977, and
There's
it was
no
off
more
of In
right
Through the
than
Outdoor.
you were. It's binary. I was right, and you
No, because
are
you
called
said
wrong.
you said the 80s, and I said no, it was early,
When did all that was
and
79?
it was like 79, yeah. So
That's the years.
technically, you were still wrong.
Worst use of pronouns ever. Actually, it is Zim Zur. Fay and Fair. Hell yeah.
Oh yeah. Here comes our copyright strike. This is gonna get taken off of the YouTube channel
Okay, we have 2 minutes of it?
because they're blaming Kit.
So, YouTube, is American government?
Yeah.
Who's in charge of the law?
America.
All right, Chris is heading out.
Huge corporations that
Make it a newborn.
have all of the power, and we have none of it.
I'm telling Chris to make like a newborn and head out.
Oh, that's a good one.
That's Biff Tannen.
Yeah.
He's a comedian. I'd like to see him if he's in town.
What's his name? Tom whatever?
Look what happened to. So we were just at Walter's friend's house talking about the bus stop shit, and I looked at their Xbox, and this just happened.
What is that?
They were playing Watch Dogs online with each other, and he said it imploded. The whole fan shit melted.
Man, that's pretty crazy.
Hope they got the service plan. I did.
Man, there is a way to like put this on the stream while we're talking, so we can show people what we're talking about.
Show it to the camera. Put it on the camera, and then hold it. Be like, look.
There's a way to do that.
That's
Hang
the
on, let me see.
analog way.
I'm going to email it to the podcast. How about that?
Send it home to Jesus. So is Chris just going to use that?
Yeah, we're gonna set it up in front of him.
All right, he's going to choke on it. Yeah, Boulevard entrance. Okay, we're good. We're here. Can I level up from here now? Can I switch my Legion arm back to the not gay one?
Okay. So we should have something on the screen here in a second once I can figure this thing out. Jiminy.
Jiminy Cricket. Always let your conscience be your guide.
Shut up.
Quit working once Roe v. Wade went away.
Shut up, Jiminy.
Did you watch that How We Do Stuff? How Stuff is Made? Did you ever watch any of those?
Yeah, how it's made?
Yeah.
Oh, I love how it's made.
Those same people made one about like society or something, and they were talking about how crime went down after, statistically, 15 years after Roe versus Wade, because there were no 15-year-olds to do crimes.
Yeah.
So they made abortion available for everyone, meaning like poor people.
Yeah, right.
So poor people didn't have poor kids that wanted to rob shit. 15 years later, and they had statistics to support it. So, and they couldn't like politically correctly say like the poor people died before they were born, so there's no crime now. So they had to go, these are just ideas. we're just let's throw some stuff out there and see what it's for you to judge yourself. So you're the racist. But just, something to think about. That's
Went to spam.
that's how Neil deGrasse Tyson get ass. What's up, girl? I was just thinking about some pussy. That's just something for to think about. Consider this.
This came from Kristen Harris.
What did?
The email.
Yeah. She's always been the maven of the Apple account. I had to use her Apple account to listen to music when we were
Like, you
dating.
guys are such boomers.
Yeah.
Like my dad.
Yep. We're right on the edge. No, we're on that ass end because Kamala Harris is Gen X. You're the next one, right?
Yeah,
This is 77.
I'm elder millennial.
It's, the Elden Lord. Playing as a lord. The Elden Ring. Of being a millennial.
Okay. Now that I finally did it.
Elder millennial is like senior analyst.
Yeah, it is.
That's why you want to be the best at something that's dumb.
Yeah. Assistant to the regional manager.
I'm actually an elder millennial. So
I like calling myself an elder.
Elden. Elders don't have term limits. You're an elder forever.
Elder of Zion.
Yeah.
Protocols. I think it's Protocols of the Elders of Zion. That's the white supremacist book or whatever.
I don't know. I don't know anything about
I
those
don't know
people.
anything about white supremacists. I do not know anything about any
A
white
friend
supremacy.
told me about a bar you could go to downtown.
Man, this is gay. I downloaded this is how long it's taking to pull up a thing because nothing goes to the right place.
Yeah.
I go looking for my download files and it there it is.
Nothing works here. Drugs don't work. I've been here for 7 years. Remember that drop from Dudley and Bob? Did you listen to Dudley and Bob?
No, I never listened to it.
That's good. You were never trapped in a car with only radio
Right.
in the morning, and you didn't want to listen to. All of my drugs. Oh shit! I'm gonna die.
All of my bloods. All of my chodes.
I was thinking about that earlier. The incumbent, Chris, he's into Pavement. That's a dope band to have be your favorite band. Everybody was trying to be Pavement when I was like Blur and Elastica and a bunch of other people. Spoon.
I don't know. They weren't like. I
I know he was a little wild with his vocals. It's in the way of the math rock.
Down, 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 down.
Okay, I've lost myself. There we go.
Why is it an HIEC file? That's stupid.
That's the Apple. They don't do JPEGs.
Maybe that's why I can't post it on there.
I'm trying to post it.
Man, why do they make like Apple's really retarded?
Why don't they do this?
They really make things as hard as they possibly can.
Yes. That's the
That
whole...
just like not they make it not work on purpose.
So you feel poor
Yeah.
and othered. What are you using JPEGs? Like
Yeah,
a
right.
farmer?
Right.
Way back in my day, we had to harvest the JPEGs from the salt mines. Software pioneers used to come out.
And I gotta have to figure out how I bring this to top. There we go. So here's the picture of the Xbox that burned up.
Whoa, did you put that on YouTube?
Yeah, now it's on the stream, so
Well,
you can
you're-
see it on this cool stream.
Codemaster.
Right.
Did you learn that at work?
I learned that by clicking on things on my computer. That is how I learned that.
Trial without error.
Yeah.
You cannot be right or wrong. You can be a percentage.
I don't think that Xbox just did that. I think somebody did something stupid.
Yeah. Oh, they got everybody, every time we meet another kid's parents, it's the line from Ferris Bueller. So that's how they do it in that family.
Yeah, so that's how that family is.
Do you have a kiss for daddy?
Yeah.
Bueller. That's what we were trying to do in Chicago. I have to practice my Chicago story on you guys once Chris gets here. Because I'm going to say it at Lulu's, Luster's. Everything starts with an L now. All the cool stuff.
La le lu lilo.
The motion.
I gotta show you some YouTube videos today.
Okay.
Terminal Montage. Have you ever heard of them?
No.
It's animations about video games. It's pretty funny. Me and Wes were watching a bunch of them last night at his house.
Pat Dean was on Content Pending
Oh,
from like 6 years ago.
yeah, he remembered it.
Okay. But you weren't there?
No, once they were content pending, I think the
We're
last
still
time.
the same dudes, Travis?
Yeah, it's Travis and Dylan. I think the last time I was on it, I had to be the co-host, and because Dylan wasn't there, and it was Rob Gagnon was our guest,
Oh, that must have been a hoot.
and we had fun. Yeah, he was doing characters. We were having a good time. That might have been the last time I was ever on it. I can't
My
remember.
favorite Gagnon character is the youth group leader.
Yeah.
He did a whole set like that at Cap one time.
No, he.
Okay, kids, here we go.
He came on the podcast. Like he was like, "Oh, I've got to leave now, but a friend of mine's coming on." And then he came on as the.
He did the
as
whole
YouTube
vaudeville
leader.
thing.
Yeah.
Drop the curtain, and we have a guest. Look who it is. Evil Dad. Shut up, go to bed. Sir, I don't want to stay at your gay hotel. You have too much fucking French shit in here. Ouch, I'm getting raped by dudes.
Do not rape. Do not rape.
How about it? That's where I died last time. There's my soul right there. I can see it.
Oh, is this one of those where if you die a second time you lose all your shit?
Half of it. But it's so disposable. You
It's
can
what do
just
you
go
call it? It's
make
Dark
more.
Souls rules and also Hollow Knight rules.
Yeah, I just have so much stuff in mind at my house on the PS5 that this feels like diet. Lives of penis.
Yeah.
I have all the things. Got me hoot and pushy titties, Jarina. So they don't have a word for 7-Eleven either. Barajeja 7-Eleven. Those are numbers. You don't have numbers. Even Spanish has siete once.
Yeah.
But I think they still say 7-Eleven. Bobby, quit saying siete once. Was that your mom? Was your mom like Mrs. King of the Hill?
Peggy?
Yeah.
No, my mom. Well, my mom wasn't as much of a horrible person as Peggy was.
Oh, is she bad?
Yeah, I don't like Peggy is like a terrible person. Peggy Hill. Like everybody always talks about how like she's like selfish and
Oh, yeah.
and
Well, everyone's
just
selfish.
a bad person.
You gotta eat. You gotta murder everyone else so you can
Like
eat.
even selfish when it comes to like her family and loved ones. I can go
Bobby?
back and watch a bunch of King of
No
the Hill.
more video games until you do your homework.
But Dad,
That's Pamela Adlon.
I know it's so funny that that's Pamela.
Dude,
Adlon.
that movie she made sucked so bad.
Did it really? You brought it up in the last episode.
Babes. It's about
Yeah.
babes. What's
Oh,
up,
yeah, it's about
babes?
babes being supportive to each other.
Having babies. And oh my god, my pussy's exploding.
Oh yeah, and I
Gelatin.
talked about that It Ends With Us movie, and now there's all kinds of drama. Like Blake Lively's getting canceled, the director's getting canceled, everybody's fighting during like promotions and stuff.
What's
It's
it ends
hilarious.
with us?
It's that chick flick that I was talking about last week.
Oh, I thought it was about the Branch Davidians.
No, it's
It
about
ended with them.
it definitely ended with
The whole
those
thing
guys.
was over.
There's no more Branch Davidians.
It ends with us.
Yeah. Yes, Blake Lively, and like she's with some dude who beats the shit out of her. And then Jenny Slate's her supportive friend, and it looks really, really bad.
If we're so bad, they should just kill us. The women should just kill us. They can. We sleep around them all the
I
time.
know.
Then whenever they start talking, we fall asleep. They kill us immediately.
Yeah, they could.
Every time I hear a lady's voice,
I wish they would.
sorry, ma'am. I'm sorry, ma'am. What was that, ma'am?
Yeah. Well, they don't do that because then they would be giving their husbands what they want. And,
Sweet silence.
yeah, the sweet silent release, freedom from their nagging.
That was on Mayor of Kingstown. The guy didn't want the guy to get executed because he wanted him to continue to suffer in jail. He's like, leave him.
Yeah.
I want him to stay getting raped because he was a bugger. He did some cult thing. The
He did some
murderer did a
buggery?
cult thing where he got all the fluids out of her body,
Ah.
which I don't know how that gives you a boner, but
Yeah. Well, it's
Color
like
me
that was
intrigued.
the guy in
is that a new fetish?
the guy in Dexter would do that. The ice truck
What
killer.
exactly is sexy about that? If you want to tell me more, that'd be great. What are you using the fluids for?
He's Dunifying her. How whenever somebody dies in Dune, they have to suck out all their water.
This guy have gun. Have gun. Woke up in the morning. Have a gun.
Woke up this morning and you got some gabagoo.
I just finished season 2 of that. Where they had to throw pussy in the water.
Yeah.
That's so sad. Again, the best part of that show was pussy, and then once there was no more pussy, it went downhill.
Just not in the face. But I still think the best part of that season is whenever
I gotta sit down. I don't feel good.
whenever Janice calls Tony over to her house after she killed Richie.
Yeah, that's-
And Tony's reaction where he's trying not to show how happy he is that she killed him.
Yeah, it's fucking great. It's
Don't make-
fucking great.
Don't maybe make you an accessory after the fact. After the fact. I gotta get my Tony Soprano voice
I
down.
was trying to do a what's his butt? The guy who played Final Fantasy. I sent you the picture from Spider-Man.
The guy from Spider-Man is in Final Fantasy.
Willem Dafoe.
Willem Dafoe.
I'm gonna play Final Fantasy on this train, and you can see my face.
Who was Willem Dafoe on Final Fantasy?
He wasn't. He was playing Final Fantasy on a Steam Deck.
Oh.
I sent you the photo.
Okay.
And you could see his reflection, and everybody started flipping the fuck
I
out.
did not understand what that was until you said Willem Dafoe, and I looked really, really closely, and I
That's
saw
because
it,
you
but I
don't
didn't know what
read
it was from.
thegamer.com.
Yeah.
or
Yeah.
whatever the shitty game sites I read.
The Gamer is the worst one out of all of them. It's the one that's like, it basically might as well be the Mary Sue. It's really bad.
Dude, straight white male did the most cunty Karen thing about Black Myth Wukong, or no, about Star Wars Outlaws. That video where he's like, I can't believe I have to say this. But because you know why he was cunty? It's because he's Australia, the home of the C word. Those people are supposed to be so cool.
What was he saying that he had to say about?
I can't believe I have to say this, but I'm being harassed online and bullied.
Because I liked the video
just for
game.
liking I've always liked Star Wars.
just for doing what I was instructed to by Ubisoft and like the video game.
I loved Star Wars when I was a fucking baby. When I was a little dingo. I saw the he didn't say how old he was when the movie came out
Yeah.
because he was not an elder millennial. such as yourself.
That would be the name of this episode if it was an episode. It'd be Elder Millennial.
Playing as a lord.
All I did was say the things that I was told to say by Ubisoft, and now I'm being harassed. Wait, that's getting more British.
They called me a shill,
They called me a shill.
which I haven't been paid any much more than I've been paid, but I live in fucking Brisbane and everything's expensive. I've gotta eat. I've gotta eat monkey now to live. He basically did the whole, the girl that was accusing Andrew Callahan.
Yeah.
It's crying into the camera face.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm good, my feelings. Deeply disconcerting. That's what I find this deeply disconcerting. That was the Wukong one.
Yeah.
Whatever lesbian lady said that was deeply disconcerting to her. That somebody call the police. This woman's
Yeah.
been deeply disconcerted to death.
Well, just so that everybody knows, Black Myth Wukong is the good game that's coming out. And Assassin's Creed Black Japan and Star Wars Outlaws are the bad games that are coming out.
It's Alderon's Creed.
Yeah.
Assassin's Creedo.
Hey, there you go.
Tatooine. Assassin's Greedy company trying to make money. The greedy company trying to make money. Nasty American don't eat
Yeah, did you
my
see the
sauce.
Sopranos talking about the Olympics? It's this guy.
The fucking gay Olympics.
It's this one guy.
To fight because she thought her opponent didn't have lady parts.
Ooh, shit, what?
Seems a little transphobic to me. I don't know.
It's a full fucking transvestigation. On the world's biggest stage. And she's one of us. It's a fucking disgrace.
That is saying that she's trans. Whole fucking time I thought she was Algerian. You heard what I said, Tone? I said,
Paulie, not now. It's fucking serious.
what the fuck are you guys talking about?
Jesus. T, when the fuck were you gonna tell me your uncle was here? He mopes around all fucking day long. I don't say anything anymore.
We're talking about that Italian fighter that backed out of the fight with her opponent. She thought she was trans or some shit.
Find a Willem
All I
Dafoe
know is she
down.
doesn't have to make it to a us anymore.
You gotta get Willem Dafoe down.
Jesus fucking Christ. It's a fucking embarrassment.
Yeah, it's pretty good.
I want to do Willem Dafoe, Hank Hill. I sell propane and propane accessories. Peter? From my own sadistic choice. From my own sadistic choice.
Spider-Man.
If I can get the Willem Dafoe ass watch. Your father was in that Hanoi pit of hell.
It's,
This
you're
watch.
almost you could bend it a little bit further and make it John Lovitz.
I can only do the lines from the movie. I sell gay sex and gay sex accessories, Peter. Because of my own sadistic choice. Oh, shit. Cyber sex dogs. Stop doing that.
Oh yeah, this is very much a dodge game, isn't it?
I'm trying.
To dodge correctly.
Worst dodging ever. It's the they. Donnie, it's a puppet. It doesn't have a sexuality. Stop being a pervert and trying to perv out on that little boy.
Yeah.
That's not a boy.
Did you see Sydney Sweeney's picture of her butt?
No. What?
She posted herself going skiing in a picture of her butt.
I need an Apple Watch.
And the 7-Eleven truther guy on Twitter said, what the hell just happened to this?
How
Why
can you
is-
jerk off with an Apple Watch if it's on your wrong height?
He goes, I don't appreciate that she's becoming a booty girl now. To me, that's like Taco Bell adding breakfast. That's not what I came here for.
I was told there were tits here. Was told this is America. This is the tits department. Tits and tits accessories.
If I want to see ass, look up an ass girl.
Jennifer Lopez. Don't. Jennifer Lopez is old. She's got cottage cheese ass. That's what the fucking end of that is for. Tony
close.
always sounds like he's about to
Getting
have a heart
pretty
attack,
close,
and
yeah.
it's not. It's in the back of his throat. Fucking.
Because he puts his voice in the front of his mouth. Like you gotta get your voice right there in your mouth. And
They should
yeah,
give.
yeah.
They should give awards to what's his name, Colin Farrell, for being the Penguin that good, if it's good, with that much makeup on,
Yeah.
because that's an extra challenge mode. It's hard mode of acting.
Yeah.
You also have to. That's why Steve Martin wouldn't be Volts.
Yeah. Well, I liked how they introduced him in the movie that Batman just starts beating the shit out of everybody all through his nightclub until finally the Penguin has to go, whoa, whoa, whoa.
Hey,
Let me shake hands. I'm Oz. You
I'm
want to
fucking Gotham City.
have a conversation?
You got the fucking girl. She's named after a fucking pussy. I used to have a friend like that. I used to have a friend named Pussy. Now you got Catwoman.
It sucks that there weren't.
Pussy Bumpin' Sarah. He's named after a bumpy
Sal.
pussy.
Doing a lot for you, Thal here. Thal. His FBI lispy guy.
Look, best case scenario, you're gonna get to go up to Rikers, and then you're gonna live out your days until your death in jail. That was the saddest part when he was trying to be an FBI agent.
Yeah, whenever he thought he could.
Bumpy pussy, poor pussy Bumpy. Look, that's the last thing you fucking want is a bumpy pussy. Why couldn't he be pussy smoother than Sarah instead of pussy bumping Sarah? It's fucking disgusting. It makes me feel like I'm gonna have a heart attack when I talk like Tony.
Yeah.
I get my airways have to be all blocked.
Yeah, right.
I need to breathe. I can't do it. That's why I'm gonna stick with Willem Dafoe.
That is almost John Lovitz, though. It's so close to John Lovitz.
He hams
He's
it up
losing
like that.
his mind. And I am reaping all of the benefits.
Yeah, Willem Dafoe hams it up like that. That's the problem.
Yeah.
He doesn't have like a no. Ah, fuck.
These chimney sweeps.
Yeah. Jiminy.
Jump, Jarrow.
I bought that hat for the second time today.
Did
I
you
lost
lose your
my
old one?
Yeah, but I had to wait a year to buy another one. That's how Jewish I am. If I lose something, I'm not willing to admit that I lost it for a year, and then it takes all year for me to suffer in my mind.
You have to go through all the stages of grief that you lost that
I
hat.
love that hat. Well, it goes. So I want to wear it on stage so I can be a dickhead. You know,
Yeah. Be a dickhead.
it's easy to fucking dickhead. Dickhead.
Want to be a dickhead?
Then I can be like, no, I'm playing a guy from Niederwald.
Right.
I'm from Creedmoor. Creedmoor Carl. Well, I'll tell you what, them transvesticles.
I'm in Buda.
What did that guy say? It's Tony Soprano. We got a full transvestigation. She's a fucking fanouche. They're the best words for gays. Demucchiatelle.
Fucking fun.
And there's like a hand gesture.
Was it Molignon? Is a
Eggplant.
half black, half white, a mixed, a mulatto.
Yeah, mulatto. Molignon was just what the Sicilians said about the people across the water.
Oh, okay.
There was no racism. There was no slavery back then. This is from
Right.
the like 1200s. I mean, I'm sure there's always been slavery since my people were enslaved by Egypt, by the
Yeah.
way.
Your people who were the original slaves, and there were no other slaves before them. That never happened. And they had it the worst out of all the slaves.
Yeah.
Out of all the slaves in all of history, we had it the worst.
History is written by the winners, and victimization is written by the whiners. So if you whine hard enough, you can be the biggest victim because you can put a little exaggeration on it. Somebody was talking. There was a shooting at HEB Mueller last night.
Yeah, I saw
And
that.
somebody was talking about it on Reddit, and they were like, I was literally running for fear of my life to get to my car. And then they stayed and asked people what was going on.
Yeah.
So I don't think you were fearing for your life.
I was almost murdered.
If you got in your car and didn't turn it on and hit the gas, then that's on you, bruh. You dumb. You died from being dumb. And then they said, I heard people driving by, and they said, this never happens at the HEB on Riverside. I think it does. It used to. Things have changed. Oh, they almost shot me. They were trying to rape me and shoot me.
So many things can be just summed up by that little clip from Reno 911 of Terry sitting on the ground
Yeah.
going, I was murdered.
Yeah, now, unfortunately, that's like he's the mascot of the 2020s.
Yeah.
Brutally murdered by
I
words.
was murdered.
Look, there's a lot of people picking on me on the internet, and they said mean, awful things, and they hurt me. They hurt my horsey. I can't imagine that somebody gets online bullied more now as an adult. Like it happens in high school and kids get mad and they die and stuff.
They
But
get
that's
mad and they die.
super important. like for a child, because your brain's not done. But if you're over 26 and you're saying that you've been bullied online and you don't know how to turn a fucking computer off,
Yeah.
that's you.
That's
You died.
It's the Tyler the Creator tweet. It's like,
That's
how is cyberbullying even real? Just walk away from the screen. Close your eyes.
Yeah. You got bullied by a movie. The movie was very mean. Ooh. And it hurt me. They looked at me and they said bad, awful things. Ooh, and oh, my ass. Piece of shit. At least I got my money back. Bitch.
You see that HBO had to give the chick who's playing Abby extra security because of people being mean on the internet.
She's a babe. She's a powerful babe.
And so I saw that. I saw this. It was like somebody posted that. So I replied on Twitter. I was like, "How could Neil Druckmann do that to her?"
Why did he do these things?
Yeah. I mean, it really is all his fault. If he wasn't such a retarded writer, pussy ass, jerking off in the corner while somebody bangs his girlfriend guy.
That'd be rad if Trump wins and he makes false accusations illegal.
Yeah.
He was trying to do that. Wasn't he trying to like sue the newspaper or something for libel?
Trump?
Yeah.
Oh, Trump's probably sued lots of newspapers.
But he tried to sue. He does things that don't fit with the things, like your stupid mouth and Kristen's untrustworthy chin.
No, she
He's
does have
gonna
a stupid mouth. What are you talking
Throw
about?
a nuclear bomb into a hurricane.
If you can't look at that mouth and not say that's a stupid mouth,
No.
then there's something wrong with you.
No, I like a stupid mouth. That sucks good dicks.
No, that's an ugly mouth.
Just don't know how to do nothing else.
It's an ugly mouth.
She's got DSLs.
She's got a weird scrunched up mouth where it's all like too small.
Sorry, my dick is small, and I only like small mouths.
She's got a dumb, ugly mouth. Now, if you
what
want
does
a
that say
good,
about you that you like small mouthed girls to suck your dick?
yeah. I mean, if you want a good like caramel colored chick who's got a good mouth, if you look at like Rosario Dawson.
The guy
That's a
that
pretty
sees
good mouth.
small holes and gets turned on. Look at
Oh,
that.
I could fit in that one.
Ooh, look at that kazoo. I could use that little kazoo as a fleshlight.
Yeah.
Ew. Don't stop smiling at me, kazoo.
Did you this one I guess this as a comedian?
Oh, hi there. My name's Aaron Hill, and I'm the guy that researches how many Jews there are in things. You've probably seen some of my work, most notably from when Kanye West shared my Jews in the media spreadsheet, or more recently when the infographic I made, also about Jews in the media, has been going around. You know, some people's hobbies are video games, other people's hobbies are sports, and my hobby is how many Jews there are in things. Speaking of sports, did you know that the NBA has 14 Jewish owners out of 30 teams? That's pretty weird considering they only make up 2% of the population. Just saying. Whenever I find a Jew, I put a Star of David over their photo to indicate that they are Jewish.
Nice.
Think of it like maybe an armband, but a digital one that I put on there to keep track of them. Some people on the internet call me names or say I'm an anti-Semite because I get some things wrong or am purposely misleading, but I'm not an anti-Semite. I just like to know how many Jews there are in things. I'm sure there's some mistakes sometimes, but we all make mistakes. Or sometimes I won't have enough Jews to put on the infographic, so I'll embellish a little bit, like the Jews, and I'll do things like put Steve Jobs on there as a Jew, which is obviously not true, or put Bob Iger of Disney on 12 different times with different versions of his name. It doesn't really matter. People believe it because they're fucking idiots. Take Comcast NBC, for example. They have 186,000 employees, and here I counted 100 Jews working there. Concerning. A lot of my former friends and family find it weird how obsessed I am with Jews and how many there are in things. But what I find weird is that 212 Jews have received Nobel Prizes, which makes up 22% of all Nobel Prizes ever given out. Pretty weird considering they only make up 0.2% of the world's population, right? Some people say, what's the big deal that Jews are overrepresented in things?
big deal?
Surely they're underrepresented in other things. Wouldn't it basically make me a communist to want exact representation in all things? But that's not what I want. I just want there to be no Jews in anything. I'm a utopian. Here's another thing I'm working on, the U.S. House of Representatives. There are 25 Jewish members sitting out of 435 possible seats. That makes up 6% of the total, yet again, Jews are only 2% of the U.S. population, and that is very fascinating. Also, I wouldn't want you to think that I'm so one-dimensional that my only hobby is counting how many Jews there are in things. I also like to independently investigate inaccuracies in Holocaust statistics. And every day when I go to bed, I pray that I could be relieved of this burden of having to count how many Jews there are in things. If you catch my drift, Iran. What was that? Mother? Dinner time? Mother's calling me for dinner. She made my favorite tonight, boiled potatoes.
Yeah, I might have to follow that guy. He's pretty funny.
It's like the guy from Mr. Show that can't get hard unless he's in the closet waiting for pies to cool.
Yeah.
I just like to know how many Jews there are in things. I need to start watching Mr. Show again, too. You know what we started watching again? Fantasy Factory. Because it's on Rob Deerdeck. You ever heard of Rob Donkey Deck?
Yeah, I know Rob Deerdrick.
Rob Donkey Deck. The sequel to the best show on television ever, Robin Big, is Fantasy Factory, and it's on Paramount. But Robin Big is not on Paramount. Why? Why MTV? I'm screaming into the void.
Yeah.
Someone should be
Viacom.
accountable for this.
Viacom, answer my query. I should look that up. I should see if I can find it on the high seas. Somebody's got to have it out
Did you ever
there.
watch Robin Big, the first one?
Episodes here and there.
Tell you about my best friend. It's a great show. Ouch. And it's about not being a racist. Most important thing in the world, besides how many Jews there are in
Yeah.
things.
Rob Deerdick.
He's an inspirational speaker now. He fancies himself a bit of a Joel Osteen, if you will.
Tony Robbins.
It's like, don't let good things get in the way of excellent things for yourself to have.
Robin Big was only went for 2 years, 2006, 2008.
He died.
But then Fantasy Factory went for like 5 years.
Yeah, and that was the incubator for ridiculous.
Ridiculous. I every time I would see ridiculousness, I would say, "This is dumb. I will just watch YouTube instead."
It's called Lick the Tip of My Ridiculousness.
Yeah.
Yo, y'all want to watch some Lick the Tip of My Ridiculousness?
I think I still have a bunch of MTV Cribs, or is it? It's on Paramount, whatever. There's still a few episodes of MTV Cribs.
Yeah. The Real World's all on there. They have a whole archives, but they don't have Headbangers Ball or 120 Minutes or Liquid Television. But they have Yo MTV Raps. Why?
It's probably rights issues.
Listen
Because-
to me, Viacom.
Because if it's rap, they just don't pay because of how many Jews there are in things, and how much they control the hip hop money.
You know, I'm something of an anti-Semite myself, Peter. You know? I think that's awful. He gets into a little bit of Lionel Hutz, Phil Hartman,
Yeah, yeah.
or what's the Zach Brannigan. Leela, you astound me.
I have a very sexy learning disability. What's it called, Kif? Sexlexia.
My body is comprised of a series of bladders. Disgusting.
Kif
Thank you, Kif. That's disgusting.
set a course for Earth. I think that I could probably do quite a bit of Billy West voices if I could. I used to be able to do Mr. Farnsworth pretty well.
Who's that?
Good news, everyone. I used to be able to do that. And then,
Good news, everyone.
and then Zoidberg. I could always do Zoidberg.
Nobody cares about the Zoidberg.
And I'm his friend Jesus. Yeah, I could do. I would do Futurama voices pretty well.
Zoidberg is another one where you have to block your airways and it hurts.
Yeah. No, you just have to. You have to fill your cheeks with air.
You just have to kill these guys before they can.
Your
touch you.
music is bad, and you should feel bad. What's cool? I told you that I bought the DVD box set, the old school DVD box set of the first 8 seasons of Futurama, so that I could have the commentary tracks.
Yeah.
And the commentary tracks are like 3 or 4, like the producers and the guys who make the movie. And there's always either Billy West or John DiMaggio on there. And Billy West and John DiMaggio just do a bunch of different voices the entire time. It's really fun listening to it's fun listening to voice actors just do voices while they watch a show.
Yeah, like what do they do in the mirror when they're getting ready?
Yeah.
Like I sing Allahu Akbar instead of singing the national anthem when I'm trying to keep fluoride in my mouth for 60 seconds. Whatever thing. Do you have things in the bathroom timed that you have to leave on for a certain amount of time?
Things in the bathroom time that like in your mouth?
Yeah, or face wash or anything. You have to leave on for 60 seconds.
I'm not a girl.
Oh, okay.
Do you? Do you?
No one needs that shit. It's like jewelry.
Right.
My daughter was crying that she needs her facial moisturizer, and I was like,
Yeah.
no one in history has ever needed facial moisturizer. That doesn't happen, little girl. You're stupid. Willem Dafoe telling the guys at Breadbasket not to quit looking at my wife's pussy. We're doing Willem Dafoe impersonations.
But it's sliding towards John Lovitz.
You know, Peter, I'm something of an anti-Semite myself.
You have a special microphone. You're gonna test the Yeti.
Why'd you bring your laptop? Are we working? Are you gonna let me fucking fire those people on here? Fuck yeah. Let's go. Dude, I was kind of sexually hinting to you that I wanted to be your henchman. I don't want to do any other HR work. I just want to tell people to fuck off. What's it worth to you?
I know you guys don't like IPAs, but this is my favorite beer.
No, I'll try an IPA.
Okay. I brought one for the three of us to share because I only brought 3 back from California. So
Okay, yeah, I can split us up into cups.
I'll do it.
I was going to start preparing the other drinks as well. So
We've got some
You have
I got a little bit more of that root beer.
oh shit.
dreamsicles.
So we can drink the beers first.
I'm having a Fireball and Thundercloud Pepsi.
Fancy boy.
Keeping it classy.
So the cool thing about this microphone is that it's omnidirectional, so it picks up. But we were testing it, and if you're too far away, it just sounds like you're across the room where there's a microphone somewhere. But
right.
if you're close up to it, it sounds like an actual mic. So I'm gonna give Chris that one and see how it sounds with that.
Yeah, nice. So, I don't know if you know about
Hello,
this,
little band.
but this beer was like
Oh yeah, I
number
should have
2
heard a bunch.
on
See, I was a good friend of your dad's.
yeah, under West
Your
Lebanon
dad's.
for like 5 years or
We were in
so.
that Hanoi pit of hell together.
Yeah. Okay.
Over 5 years.
So it's an IPA, but it's a
Over
much
5 years, Peter.
smoother
Peter.
IPA. It's hoppy, but you'll see. It's,
Hopefully, you'll never have to experience this yourself. But when 2 men are in a situation like me and your dad were, for as long as we were, you take on certain responsibilities of the other. Peter?
Yeah. It was a week.
Yeah, I'm feeling pretty good. My running watch has been acting like I'm dying, though.
The Garmin.
Yeah.
The Garmin.
If it had
So
been me.
whenever I was on the trip, there's spots on this.
Oh, well, that wouldn't work too much.
Who had not made it, Major Coolidge would be talking right now to my son Jim.
We're getting like a
But the way it turned out is,
arrhythmia or something.
I'm talking to you, Butch.
So what it was doing is it was
I've got something
saying,
for you.
like, it was, so it does your
This
heart
watch I
rate
got
very
here
well,
Oh yeah.
and it
was
does
first
your heart
purchased by your great-grandfather
And so it
during the
started
First
basically
World
saying that I
War.
was getting only like 4 hours of rest a night. So I was like high stress until like asleep, but high stress all the way until like early in the morning, and then it would go to rest, and then it would come right back up. And so over the course of the day, like your heart rate variability, it like looks at how when you have like your balance or whatever.
Yeah.
And it started to go like unbalanced, and then it went all the way into like the red, where it's like you're strained or whatever. And then my VO2 max started going down. And so with a couple days left, I finally showed
from?
I was like, I'm not gonna. 'Cause I was feeling I
Obtain.
wasn't feeling
I'm going to
good.
obtain the throwing cell, and I'm going to throw shit at people.
I just stopped wearing
Peter?
it until basically Sunday night or Monday, and I put it back on. And so on Saturday, I walked like 4 miles last Saturday.
Yeah.
And it went. My VO2 max went down another point. And then, so I just kind of like I did my walks and my and all my like keeping it on while I was asleep and all that stuff. And on Friday, my VO2 max went up 1 point, even though it's still down 2 points from before the trip.
Yeah.
And then I was like, okay, well maybe it's like correcting and adjusting.
Fuck you,
it's getting
bitch.
a better average or whatever.
I didn't know that I could do that. I didn't know that I could do
Tuesday
that.
morning, I got up and I
Peter.
went to Town Lake. I was like, I'm gonna try and run. And whenever you tell it to
You
run,
know,
whenever you tell it to
I'm
run,
something of a
usually
homophobe myself, Peter.
advises you, it's like, hey, you should do this or whatever. And whenever I did it, it was like, rest. You shouldn't do anything today. I was like, what? So I was like, I'll screw it. So I just ran anyway. And I ran like 1.2 miles and then looked at it, and my heart rate was like way higher than I thought it should be. And so I just stopped. I was like, I'm just going to walk the rest of it. And then it went like, my VO2 max went down another point. So I'm all the way back. Like, my VO2 max was at 40.
Eat my balls,
which is
bitch.
fair.
Right.
All
and
of
went
my
all the way to
balls.
37. So, but it didn't go back up, you know, over the course of the week. So I'm like, well, maybe it's just it was
Can you
hot.
really measure your VO2 max? Because I feel like with VO2 max you have to be like under like strain and have like
Yeah, that's
Oh,
it. That's it.
my nut.
Like to get a real scientific,
Bow, bow, bow.
to get just kind of like a baseline of your pulse and your activity that you're doing and all that stuff, your pace plus your heart rate and all those kind of things. And it can, and even if it's not the right number, it can still give you like a baseline. So
And
that drops
move
down.
this way or
Yeah,
that way,
and
yeah.
so I'm just
I
like,
want to live.
what the heck
Peter,
happened?
I want to
Why
live.
stress? I mean, I know it was stressful. And I don't know what all data goes into that or whatever.
Yeah.
But again, I felt good all week.
Yeah.
I'm not like just dying when I'm just walking or running. Like I feel exactly the same as I did before. I'm hoping it's just measurement weirdness.
yeah. I mean it could be an anomaly with the actual.
Yeah. Just but the fact that it happened while it was on the trip, I was like, that has to have something to do with it. Like,
Yeah.
all that. So
Well, yeah. I mean you're definitely under strain when you're on a
yeah.
trip. Yeah.
And also with all the dad, like all the
Because of all the medical shit
all that
before.
stuff that happened,
Okay.
and then just the way that somehow things just happen whenever
got something
you're
for
on a
you.
trip and
This watch
things just
I got here.
they're like they always just
Was
seem
first
to know
purchased
to like
Mm-hmm.
kinds of
by your
things.
great
So-
grandfather.
and I know I was like I know I was stressed out and all that, but and I haven't really looked at my data or anything like how I've been sleeping
During the First World War.
So because I was gonna put it off like a week to see like
In a
what
little
we-
general store in Knoxville, Tennessee.
But man, I am just going
Made
to a
by the
party
first
also,
company
so
to
I
ever
can
make
just
wristwatches.
say, hey, look at my heart. Is there anything wrong? You know.
Right.
So I'm not really worried about like if there's something wrong, then I guess I'll find it. But I don't think there's anything wrong because I don't feel like I'm weak or tired
Or like there's something wrong. Yeah.
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 So
Shit. Well, you'll see you on Friday.
yeah. But yeah, other than that, like I've not finished the episode yet.
Oh yeah. Well, I figured that there was probably a lot of.
I'm almost done editing.
Nice. Cheers, guys.
Yay! Here's the beers. Cheers to
Doctor?
the beers.
Lieutenant,
Cheers.
Corporal. Corporal Standish.
Pull this a little bit closer to you.
Okay.
You want me to help? Yeah.
Really choke up on that thing.
Make sure.
Hawk Tua, the microphone.
There you go. All right. That should be a pretty good.
Nice.
All right. Oh. You guys can talk. I'm gonna go upstairs and see how it sounds.
Cool. We're playing.
So, were you particularly racist at work this week? Did you figure out a way to
No, I
incorporate?
got a
the-
certificate because I got a forklift one for finishing forklift training.
Wait, what happened?
I got a forklift certification.
Oh.
So I could drive a forklift.
Oh shit.
When I did that, I've been driving forklifts for 20 years. And I got traffic control certification
Oh.
when I memorized the entire TxDOT manual for uniform traffic devices. And now I'm going to get a certificate that says I'm not racist.
Man.
It has an N-word pass.
Whoa.
Right.
Dude,
Just one.
that's sweet.
Choose carefully.
Yeah.
You only get one N-word pass, Peter.
I will watch that. I watched that Rogan special.
Yeah.
And he had. I have to say, I don't think it was as bad as everyone made it out to be.
No.
It wasn't. Did you watch it?
Yeah. I watched it live. Live, Peter.
You watched it live?
Yeah, I watched it when it went down at Adrian's house with his fucking little rat dog tongue in my nose hole.
Oh, you watched it when they streamed it live?
Yes, sir.
Okay. I saw.
They edited them, and I don't trust them.
Oh yeah.
The Jews.
Yeah.
I don't trust them to take all the N-words out of the comedy specials. I think Willem. I'm trying to figure out Willem Dafoe. I think he's this cross between like a vaudeville
Yeah.
street barker and like a Japanese sword master.
You're leaning more towards the vaudeville.
Yeah. But
You
every
need to-
once in a while, he's wise.
Yeah, yeah. You need to just.
You must steal your heart
You just need
against
to
the ninja.
curve it just a little slightly back to the
It's either
baseline.
Willem Dafoe, Samurai Senpai, or vaudeville Willem Dafoe.
Oh man.
I'm something of an anti-Semite myself, Peter.
What's
I
happening?
also hate the gays.
What's happening in this video game? What is
This is Demon Souls, but gay French Pinocchio.
Oh wow.
Have you ever play any Souls games?
No.
Demon Souls, Dark Souls, Sekiro.
Mm-mm.
Notorious for being the hardest games. I like my games like I like my men.
Down on this just a little
Hard.
because I can hear Josh double.
Oh, it's the blue. Oh,
And you can
nice.
see yourself.
Nice.
See if you can hit red. I hit red by screaming.
That is what I got to for a mobile podcasting setup on the trip.
Nice.
Whenever we did our little meeting that we had, our little Zoom that we had, I
Yeah.
used that, and it sounds pretty good.
Nice. By the way, my neighbor's like fully on the podcast now. He's fully into it.
Tell him to come.
He knows the workout guy. You guys met the workout guy.
Yeah, I just told him I like hard men, so he's
Yeah, he's fully in it.
sweet.
Man. Dude,
See if he thinks that the Kojak episode is his favorite.
I don't know if he listened that far
No, the
back.
one you did.
Well,
I
somebody,
listened to the Kojak episode.
we've had a few like days where somebody has obviously downloaded like 20 episodes all at once.
Trish keeps getting pops.
Nice.
She tours and she does like big events. She's at La Jolla Improv or La Jolla Comedy Store.
Oh yeah, I've never been to La Jolla Comedy Store.
She's famous, Christopher.
Yeah, man, nice nights.
That means that it's sunset.
Oh, it's looking good in here. I had dinner with what's the dolphin noise? How?
Dolphins?
Oh my god, dude! So Kristen's like, hey, we're gonna have dinner with him and her, and I was like, okay. And me and him, like, I mean, we talk with some regularity, but not that often. I mean, I talk to you guys more than I talk to him. Let's put it that way. So, it's the night of, and she's like, hey, by the way, I don't think he's gonna be there. I think the one with the dog's gonna be there. And I was like, okay, so it's gonna be 3 chicks and me. I'm like, can I just like bow out of this? And she's like,
This is starting to sound like a yogurt tasting party. What are they fucking called? Baby shower.
so I'm like, can I bow out of this? She's like, no. She's like, I don't want to go by myself. Like, no, don't do that to me. I'm like,
You don't
All
have to go by yourself. We can both not go.
right, we can both not
can
go.
all cancel.
Yeah. So I'm like, okay, where are we going? And she's like, Shore. And I'm like, last time we went to Shore,
Oh, that fucking place.
yeah, the place off 71 across from Jack
Said
Allen.
it was expensive.
Yeah. The last time we went there, she ordered a $70 lobster tail and took one bite of it. And then we split the check, even though me and her shared a sandwich.
Yes.
Because I'm not rolling into places like that.
You had the Friends situation, that episode of Friends where they would all split the check and the rich, the poor friends had to pay as much. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So I'm like, I want to go. I'm like, that's where we went there last time. I'm like, she's only lived here for a couple of years. She's been to every restaurant in the city. Now we're doubling back on like the most mediocre expensive ones. Like,
Yeah. For someone anti-patriarchy, she sure does like it when dudes pay for everything.
yeah, yeah. So we went, and I'm not fucking kidding. Once again, we ordered an entree and shared it.
Entree.
Entree. No.
Entree.
Entree. And salad. And the one with the dog ordered a fucking Wagyu burger. Took literally took 2 bites of it.
Yeah.
And then she ordered the fucking mussel fries. They're $38 for a thing of fries with mussels in them.
Ugh.
Dude, she didn't eat any of it. She left it on the table. I was like, you're not going to at least take them home? I mean, I can't imagine mussel fries are going to be good the next day.
Yeah.
But just out of principle.
I spent $42 on a hamburger, and Lester Perlentine made fun of me, so I put it in his mouth. He fucking liked it.
$42 for a hamburger?
It was the Nazi burger.
Yeah.
NADC, not a damn chance burger.
Oh.
They have one of those, and the burger is $18.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I got an extra patty.
Yeah.
Because I knew Donnie was going to try my meat.
Oh, well, that's kind of different, though.
And I got some loaded fries. So it came out to $40, which is the most I've ever spent on myself. I felt like this shitty dad. I was like, you know how many kids I could feed with this? One.
Yeah.
It's you or me, bitch. It's you or me, little child.
When's the last time you took your family out to dinner?
We just do it all the time.
Oh.
That's why we're broke all the time.
Oh, dude.
We go out to eat all the time.
I'm
Dude, they're going to school. We're going to go to lunch. We're going to fucking Angry Badger or whatever the hell.
Your Badger.
It's on South Congress. It used to be Southside Flying Pizza. Breakfast Badger. Breakfast Beaver.
Okay.
Furry Beaver.
Okay, so
Shitty
you take
Marmot.
your family out. So
Yeah.
Okay, so what does it run you to take your family out?
$200.
Does it really?
No.
Is it really 200?
Sometimes.
It could be 80, right?
Pobo's
Oh, it
was-
could easily be 80.
Pobo's
Yeah.
with tip was $200, but we got drinks and appetizers with the kids. So it's like 3 extra things on top of $20 entrees.
Dude.
And they eat like adults now because they're teens.
Right. Yeah,
But we had fun. We had a precious family memory, Christopher, and that's never going to go away. I'm always going to remember spending that money and being sad.
Yeah.
dude, Kristen's getting so tired. We got in another argument today about how college should work. And I'm like, yeah.
Don't try to mansplain college to me.
Well, her argument is always, well, you didn't go to college, so you don't know how it works.
Went a little bit.
Yeah.
There was some.
I'm like, well,
You know that people have the ability to read, right? It's like you can read what college is like and how you can grasp concepts.
Yeah.
yeah.
That's possible for
Right.
for you to do.
Right. It's like she's never been kicked in the nuts, but she has all kinds of opinions about it.
It's just like getting hit in the breast.
I mean, every woman
Except
knows
not at all.
exactly what it is to be a man.
Never been
And what a
anything
man
like
is, or
Right.
a man does.
Right, exactly. Yeah. So we got another one about it today.
Jane Goodall.
I was like, I'm like, I just don't know where we draw the line. When she graduates from college, do we then say, oh yeah, we'll continue to pay for your life until you find a job? Or then do we say, well, after you have a job, we'll continue to pay for X, Y, and Z until you have a house?
Yeah.
When do we say, no, now you're responsible for paying for your own shit?
Yeah.
And I think that point is actually now. I think we say now, like, hey,
Yeah.
we'll pay for
Bye-bye.
half of your college. You literally have to pay for everything else. Like, I don't understand what the big deal with that is, but she's just so like, well, you didn't do it. You don't know how hard it is. I'm like,
We're not talking about me.
Right.
We're not talking about me at all. Doesn't have any
Right.
of this. Unrelated.
Right.
Ad hominem. She lost the debate.
yeah, exactly. So yeah, anyway,
Unrelated.
We got into it early this morning. We're getting
Disqualified, Peter.
Into it. We're getting into it, and she's just so angry at me for having an opinion about. I was like, yeah, you know that it costs $240,000 to send both of our kids to college, right? And that's going to state schools. That's going to UNT or Texas State or fuck if Jay gets into UT or something like that. I'm like, you know, it's going to cost $240,000, right? I'm like, you know, with interest over 7 or 8 years, you know what that looks like, right? That looks like 10 years of me working past the point that I would work otherwise.
Yeah, that's my fucking life. You're eating.
Right.
Oh, it doesn't matter. Fuck Dad. Who cares?
Yeah.
Nobody gives a fuck about Dad.
Yeah, exactly.
He's
And
gonna die anyway.
Yeah, exactly.
We got life insurance.
He's gonna
policy.
die of
Hurry up, Dad. It's $1 million if you die. Just do it at work. Do it and make it look like an
On the
accident.
Yeah. Yes, on the job is the best possible
Best
scenario.
death.
The best
Fuck, you better
death.
fucking make it look good.
Yeah.
Make it look like an accident, Peter.
Anyway, that's what's going on around there today. That
We're talking about how podcasting is like the only fans of comedy because we don't have to go downtown and meet strangers and touch them. You can just be naked at your house.
Oh, so
and then
good.
if you have no listeners, you're just showing your pussy to nothing. If you have no followers, here's my vagina echoing into space, 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 space. No one wants to see my pussy or my jokes.
So speaking of comedy, I
What
was
if you had a funny pussy? You could have the best OnlyFans ever. This fucking pussy's hilarious. Don't.
how was Lester? How'd that go?
What? Great.
Yeah, Aaron Cheatham was there. Lives near Josh. He's an actual comedian who has specials and things.
Oh,
He's a real boy.
yeah,
Speaking
yeah.
of Pinocchio, he's a real boy.
Yeah.
Yeah. You
wished upon a
mentioned.
star.
I remember you. We talked about him when we went to San Jack, right? He was gonna come, maybe. Maybe.
Maybe. Yeah. Probably.
He was good. He had some new. He had a new bit, a really good new bit about his kids. His kid's sim had an affair with his sim's wife, and so he banned his kid from the
He killed it.
computer.
He killed the guy.
grounded his kid.
Nice.
He's not allowed to play The Sims for
Yeah.
a month.
And then he talked about how being in love is for faggots. It's
Yeah, he's like,
my wife was
she'll
looking
be
loving.
looking at it. She'll be looking at him, and he'll be like, "Why are you looking at me all gay?"
Yeah.
Being all romantic, that's gay.
Yeah.
You'll probably see him. He'll probably come more. He liked it.
Nice.
I think he liked it, and I think he wants to go out with us again. Ooh.
How
Yeah.
was did Heath go up?
Now he's going. I'm
Oh,
on
yes.
hiatus.
Yes.
I'm retired.
Yeah.
Heath
He
is
said
a-
he's taking a month off or something.
Yeah.
He's got to get his act together.
Heath Underhill is a human piece of shit. He didn't come on the podcast today, and I'm very angry with him, and also I miss him, and I love him, and I want him to be here. And that's why I only know how to express myself through anger.
Yeah.
You fucking jerk, I love you. Come be with me.
You fucking piece of shit.
Oh man.
Remember when they didn't want? Were you old enough when they said they didn't want us to watch MTV because it puts ideas in your head?
Oh yeah.
Were you allowed to watch? You're 7 years older than me.
I'm 7 years older than you. I think I'm 1 year younger than you, actually. Yeah, I was. My parents were weird because they were totally okay with sex, but they weren't okay with violence.
Yeah.
And so I think the thing that MTV offered
should
more
listen to
was.
Jane's
Your parents
Addiction.
French?
I know, right? Yeah,
You
kind
should
of.
listen to Jane's Addiction. Sex is violence.
Yeah, yeah. Oh man, yeah. No, I could. Could you?
No.
They weren't allowed to watch Back to the Future Part 2.
We weren't allowed to say fart because it was
Yeah,
a
yeah. We weren't allowed to say fart.
gateway
We weren't
word
allowed to say
saying
fart
something
either.
worse.
But,
Possibly.
like, I was always technically never allowed to watch rated R movies, but somehow I always did eventually. Like,
Well, you go to a friend's house. And,
no, at my house, like
you
my
did.
parents would rent it, and I think it's just because my mom was weak and she would just give in to us if we begged her enough.
Yeah.
So I watched. I've said this on the podcast before. I watched RoboCop and Predator way too early, like
yeah.
5 or 6 years old.
Now he's in love with space lesbian video
I'm in
games
love with
only.
space lesbians, right?
Yeah.
But yeah, and then yeah, whenever Terminator 2 came out, I've told this before that my parents rented it to watch it, and they said, "Go to bed. This is rated R. You can't watch this." So I watched. I snuck into the entryway where you can see the TV in our living room, and I sat there and watched the entire Terminator 2. And then, like within a few months, basically, I begged my mom and bothered her so much that she finally just gave in to me and rented both Terminator and Terminator 2. So I saw those when I was 10. But 10 is the absolute perfect time to see the Terminator.
Dude, that
Oh, yeah.
sucks.
At
when-
least the first two.
Yeah.
You are the perfect age for Terminator. When
Right.
you're 10. So,
I remember when your kids realized all they had to do was bother the fuck out of you and they could get whatever.
yeah.
That sucks when they got that smart. You used to be able to be like, go away because I said.
Yeah.
And now they're like, hey.
Yeah. Yeah.
This works every time.
It does work every time. Yeah. Yes, your your will is much stronger. Your will to like continue to ask him is stronger than my will to say
1
no.
million tiny teardrops, Peter. Japanese torture.
Man. Dude,
That's how
after
they did it in
driving
Hanoi.
for fucking 60 hours back and forth to California, driving back and forth to fucking UNT yesterday was bullshit.
Do you get in the Nexus when you're driving? Like a trance? Road trance? My dad would do it. He'd go over to the side. Brrr, Kirk, wake up.
No, I don't know. Honestly, I'm just so kind of like bewildered by Kristen's behavior in the car. I'm just like, I don't really know what to do. She's just
Do women turn into birds in the car?
Yeah. Yeah, she's freaking out the whole fucking time, man.
They're bird-brained.
Yeah.
Fucking bird
These
brain.
crazy dames. Yeah.
Woman, you act like a bird.
Then we get up there. I'm not fucking kidding. I unload all of her shit into her room. And within like 10 minutes of unloading all the shit, she's like, all right, we ready to go? I'm like, you don't want any help putting any of this stuff together? She's like, no, I got it. I'll do it myself. I'm like,
No, that's the kiss of death.
okay.
When a woman says, it's fine, I've got it, that means you totally should have already done it a long time ago.
Well, no.
I got it. It's fine. I did it.
No. She just
I hurt
wanted me
my
and her
period,
mom
though.
out of there. She just wanted us out.
Yeah.
So we go out to lunch. She literally said like 3 words through the whole lunch. I'm like, well, this is great. Like,
Finally, some peace and quiet.
yeah.
Every time they have to do anything, they break their vagina, and then there's no pussy for like a month. Because I had to lift a finger, there's no more vaginas anymore.
Oh, man. I can't wait for the kids to go back to school, man. Or for Jay to go back to school at this point.
Soon. I can almost smell it.
Have they started yet?
Tuesday.
Oh, so they started Tuesday in Buda, my nephew. This past Tuesday.
Where's he go?
Speaking
whatever
of-
the main Buda High
we were just
School
talking about
is,
her.
yeah.
Johnson, maybe.
Yeah, Johnson, I guess, yeah.
Yeah.
It's like huge. It's like a 6A school. All the schools are there's so many kids.
Oh, yeah.
All the schools.
Yeah, I think Johnson has like 4,000 kids or some shit.
Yeah.
4,000 kids is a lot of fucking kids, man.
That's too many kids.
That's too many kids.
Yeah, my friend Wes, he lives in Dripping Springs. And Dripping Springs, there's 700 fourth graders.
700 fourth graders.
I'm like, how many teachers are there? And he's like, well, there's like 15 kids per class. So that divided by 700, that's like 40 teachers. There's 40 fourth grade classes.
Do you know how many
apparently.
people
There's
fucked
40
11
fourth
years
grade
ago?
classes.
He was saying there's 700 fourth
There
graders.
can't be that many classes.
Yeah.
40?
Do you know how many people had to have sex 8 years ago for there to be that many fourth graders?
It's just how many people had to move to Dripping Springs because 1 billion people have moved to Dripping Springs.
Yeah.
Dripping Springs on my things. Marble Falls on my balls.
I really wish they would have renamed Dripping Springs to Pound Town. I was into that. I like that. I was like, you know what? Rename it. Do it.
It's fucking Brewery Comedy Central now.
Dude.
You want to see some brewery comedy?
Yeah, just go out to the hill country.
You know what? Breweries used to have cheap beer because they've made it there.
No more.
You could get like a pitcher.
No, that's done. That's over. Fuck
They were
it.
like, wait a minute, you mean we can charge $9 a pint?
No.
I blame DEI. DEI
Yeah.
did it.
We need equity with
They made the prices really diverse.
And they made-
These are Chinese prices.
Yeah.
Why is it so high? I have to squint my eyes to read the fucking...
Yeah, last night me and my friend went to Dripping Springs Distillery. So Dripping Springs vodka. It's like they've got.
Oh yeah.
So it's their place. And I had one $14 drink there, cocktail, and then we had 2 $12 old fashions at a different place, and then I had one like.
What was the other place?
Grozny, Groxny's, Groz.
Gesundheit.
Something downtown Dripping Springs.
Okay.
So,
Grezhnozhnev.
and then we went to the barber shop in Dripping Springs, which is like their beer watering hole in the downtown.
Okay.
And yeah, so that was, and then I got a smash burger with fries at their distillery, and so it ended up, I probably ended up spending, I don't know, $90 yesterday.
A big spender.
Yeah.
No, probably more.
Probably more than that. Yeah.
That's how much it is to go do things now, and I'm like, well, no,
Yeah.
I can't keep doing this.
No, I'm with you.
I have 4K Blu-rays. A house of space lesbians.
I have a podcast
Go
studio.
anywhere.
I have a big TV. I have my own alcohol that's
Yeah.
cheaper.
Right. It's not cheap.
Right.
It's just cheaper. Yeah. Yeah, for sure. Yeah, I don't know, man. I mean, Kristen's right. I am a fucking curmudgeon-y old, like, Jewish fucking bastard. But, like, I just...
Somebody has to be an adult.
Yeah.
There can't be no adults.
Yeah.
And you're supposed to take turns with your wife being the adult.
Well, I told her, I was
It's like a rap battle.
I was like, I am closely tied into, like, exactly where we're at.
Yeah.
So, like, I know
Yeah.
exactly how much money
I am aware of the current situation.
I don't live in a fantasy world of princesses from Disney who deserve everything because they had to do a dish. I broke my vagina because I did one dish.
And now all the shit that's coming out of Disney makes them even worse. It's all like, you know, you are a strong, and they're always the ones that are wrong, and your only flaw is that you are too good and too awesome, and you don't believe in yourself enough, and you're not assertive and bossing everyone around. That's how you should be,
Well,
From my perspective.
because you are a Disney princess.
look, dude,
It's
I'm
the Jedi that are
I
evil.
will be bossed around as fuck as soon as someone else is making any amount of money in my house.
Yeah.
That's the point where I'll be like, you know what, boss me around, tell me what to do. Now that you're making money and you're tied into the finances, like, just let me know. Let me know.
There's nothing. That's what I've realized in the past few months is that there is nothing I want more than a badass Susie Glass to just dominate my life.
Yeah.
I don't know if you've watched The Gentleman on Netflix.
No.
It is. It's.
You guys are into humiliation
It's
rituals.
like it's Guy Ritchie's
couple
TV show,
Depeche Mode
basically.
fans.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
So the main guy is this.
Let's play
He's this
master and servant.
lord in England,
Yeah.
and he like inherits. His dad dies, and he inherits everything. And then he finds out that this crime boss's daughter has been running a marijuana grow operation on his land with his paying
great.
off his dad.
It's a good show.
And her name is Susie Glass, and I just want her to step on me. She's amazing.
Yeah.
It's
And
Guy
I
Ritchie
normally
makes
do not have
episodes
any of
good.
that kind of urge with any female characters or anything, but there's something about her where I'm like, mommy,
Yeah.
mommy.
I didn't do piano right.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, yeah, man. I mean, there definitely is something attractive to me about, like, relinquishing some control, and I think that, or maybe all control.
Yeah.
Because it also means relinquishing all responsibility.
Right.
There's something
Yeah,
about
yeah.
like not.
That's the part that women are the whenever Robin Hood pretends to be blind in the animated and there's that picture of him with the glasses and like that.
Yeah, yeah.
That's what women are about the responsibility with the with the power or whatever. They're like, no, I want the power and none of the responsibility. You know?
Yeah. Well, if I'm going to be really, really fair, and I'll be fair for a minute, like,
No, you're a man. You can't be. It's always unfair.
I'm gonna be really fair. Like, she is really good about a lot of shit.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
she doesn't run out. She's not getting her hair cut all the time. She doesn't buy
Yeah.
expensive clothes. She
She
honestly,
could be worse.
She could be but on the biggest ticket items, like,
Oh, it's the
college.
picture of Dorian Gray. Everything would be perfect if not for just that one
Yeah.
flaw, and you can't stop looking at it.
Yeah.
And she has to die
Yeah. Yeah. And she has to die.
because of the flaw.
Yeah.
But yeah, when people used to influence thought when the rules for free speech were written, it was because you could send stuff on the horsey or be in the newspaper.
Yeah.
And it was, if you were an abolitionist and you started telling other white people slavery's wrong, they'd be like, here, eat a bullet.
Right.
Because you're putting thoughts in their heads.
Right.
And if you were not a white knight, if you were a male feminist and you were telling women, they should be able to vote,
Right.
you probably disappeared it.
Right.
You used to have a lot more
yeah.
back in the day before there was investigations. Before the killing of the flowers of the moon when they had
Right.
that
Yeah.
Federal Bureau of Investigation. Nothing got
They were just the
investigated.
Bureau of Investigation.
Right.
Yeah, it was the mafia. He's fucking gone.
Yeah.
He's gone.
You know what? I just remembered that was kind of a funny part of the Rogan special. The whole thing about the bodies exhibit and the whole Chinese political prisoner thing.
Yeah.
Did you watch it, Donnie? The Rogan special?
The one he just did.
Yeah.
He did
No, I
Chinese
didn't watch
voice.
it, yeah. Was it the bodies like where they do all the stuff with the people's bodies? and
Yeah.
The actual bodies were like
Yeah.
Chinese political prisoners.
I mean,
I knew that.
That's
right?
basically what he's asserting.
Yeah,
I mean,
yeah.
it's like kind of like how Rogan
He's very
asserts everything.
assertive.
It's like,
Yeah, he's like, somebody told me this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I will say this. I thought that if that special came out in 2021, I would have been like, you know what? Yeah, fuck yeah.
Yeah, fuck yeah.
Yeah.
Were you
It's a
not
little stale now, right?
hypnotized by the tit sweat?
Oh my god.
Wrong shirt. Who picked that shirt? His
Dude.
wife? Was she trying to put him in a humiliation ritual?
I mean, he's in good shape, right? The dude's sweating like a motherfucker.
I'm gonna make
up
him
there.
look like a little bitch on television. But
Yeah.
it's speaking-
Hot, yeah.
Hey, honey, why don't you wear that salmon button down I got you? Then my mother got you it for Father's Day. You said you liked it. Are you a liar? Like all men are liars?
The absolute worst joke on top, and this is including all of the shit about COVID, and like, I'm just like, dude, fucking 4 years ago, called. You've been running this material for 4 years.
Yeah.
Like, this is, you need to like give up the COVID jokes.
Yeah.
The worst thing that he said in the whole thing was about Texas weed being like better than any other weed because of the soil that it's grown
That's a
in.
wrong
What are you
white bit.
talking about?
It's like,
Yeah.
have you literally lived in California, bro?
Yeah.
I mean, look, I'm not saying that I think California is better than Texas. I am opting to live in Texas over California. And I
Because
would
you like
never-
to have your money.
and I would never, ever, ever move back. But you cannot say for one fucking minute that Texas weed is better than California weed.
What are you talking about?
California people came here because they like to make money and then get to
smoking
keep
weed
it.
that's coming from Colorado and Oregon.
Yeah, well, that too.
I mean,
right?
like,
right.
Nobody's growing. I mean, and also, what soil? Where are these? He's probably just heard something. You
Yeah.
know?
He's trying to write a new "Oh Give Me a Home Where the Buffalo Roam"
Yeah.
song.
Yeah.
But yeah, getting killed for putting ideas in people's head seem crazy.
Right.
But now that Trump can have Twitter and talk to 5 million people, and half the country's retarded, we might need to start stopping letting people put ideas in people's heads.
The bitchy Twitter people even come up with a term for it called stochastic terrorism.
Oh boy.
Where it's like if you say something and a lot of people listen to you, and you say something bad about somebody, and then somebody else murders that person, then you cause them to be murdered because
Yeah.
you said that they sucked.
You did Murder by Words.
Yeah.
Murder by words.
Have you seen the poster for Woman of the Hour? It's a new movie. It's Anna Kendrick or one of these brunettes. One of these hot, slutty brunettes that needs to humiliate my penis. It's about that dating show where the Ted Bundy was on it.
Oh, Ted Bundy was on a dating show?
He was on one of the 70s ones, like the Odd Couple, or one of these. The one with the barrier between them and they have to
Oh,
say...
yeah. I know which one you're talking about.
I'm sorry, I'm so young, I don't remember. I wasn't even alive during the 1970s.
I feel like you're like you're pointing directly at me when you say this. Like
You have more grays than I. I'm getting there.
well, okay,
My first ones were right here. They're like, hi, everyone glinting in the sun. The Oasis unibrow of gray
is your
hair.
beard blonde or is it
It's gray.
gray?
Yeah, this is recent. It was red a couple years ago.
You fucking
It's called
ginger
having
beard? You got ginger beard?
teenagers. Yeah, I have ginger pubes and beard.
Yeah, ginger pubes.
I'm a golden sex lion. But anyway, the movie is about the game show, the dating game. I think it's the dating game.
Is it the dating game? Yeah.
And Ted Bundy was on there. But the premise of the movie was that a serial killer was on the dating game, and only the women on the show could tell. So
Bullshit.
Yeah.
No, so that means they all wanted to fuck him.
Yeah.
So
They're
they
like, who do I want to fuck the most?
I'm sure the
that
movie is
guy.
like they
Oh,
spoke
who
up.
has the darkest triad of traits?
So they probably said something, and all the men were like, "Shut up, broad. You're stupid."
Yeah.
It was the 70s. So he got away with murder because no one listened to women. Basically, is the premise of the movie. Because they had
What is
women.
this movie? What is this?
It's called Woman of the Hour.
I'm not watching that.
No, you don't. Well, you're gonna watch it because all you watch is what bitches put on
That's
in the
true.
room.
That's a good point. That's
You're
a
gonna end
very-
up watching it.
Yeah.
You got a girl interrupted.
Oh God, dude, Girl Interrupted.
I still haven't ever watched that movie.
Oh God, it's so brutal. It's just so brutal. Like the Virgin Suicides.
Virgin Suicides is great.
Well, here's the thing: the
you
Virgin
did it,
Suicides is great,
You better finish that.
Oh, yeah,
but the Virgin Suicides like 10 times is not great.
Yeah, yeah.
I'm a motherfucker.
The soundtrack is pretty amazing.
Yeah, everything they do is great. We're going to see them in
Oh,
October.
it's in October, right?
Yeah, the whole Moon Safari album.
Oh man, that'll be rad.
It would be if my friend
Wow,
didn't bring his
Donnie.
wife.
Oh.
He
so,
fan foogled me into
So,
going.
I guess Clay might have to run into Sean for the first time in 2 years.
Hell yeah, bro. I'm gonna be like, Sean, let's go see Clay. He's probably drunk. He's gonna call you a sex pig or whatever. Clay got after me online for liking Star Wars. He said I sucked someone's dick or something.
How many dicks do you suck?
Yeah. I was like, I don't know. I like Star Wars because it got me out of church. I didn't figure out that religion was bad until I saw the guy go, fear will keep the local systems in line.
Man, Donnie, what did you like inject this week to make you be able to pour the perfect pour here?
That was all fluke.
I want one. I'll shoot this right now.
Do not drink that fast. Do not drink that fast.
Sorry.
That's liquid gold.
Jesus.
I'm
That's a little,
you drink it however you want it, man.
that's a little thick to be chugging. You're right.
I brought it recognizing that you guys don't really like IPAs.
No, it's fine. It's great. I love it.
It's fine. I just don't normally pick an IPA.
Yeah.
The stashes that you got were pretty good, though.
Oh yeah. Oh, in the 6 oh no, I brought maybe some stash.
That was when we went to the bread basket and then we came back over here.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, those lasted a while.
Yeah.
Dude, the first girl I had sex with was like, well, how did you do so good? That was good. Where'd you learn that? If you're a virgin. And I was like, porn. She was like, that's good. Keep watching porn. You're learning good stuff.
Just keep doing it.
I was like, I got a guy in class sitting in front of me with that shirt with all the lizard sex positions on.
Yeah. You
And I just looked at it all day in high school, and I was like, this is how you do back shots?
Yeah.
This is how you do front shots.
The first time I ever got laid, I was wearing my Boy Scout uniform.
Since grade school.
And your scout leader was like, how are you so good at this?
He's like, you're amazing. I was like, I'm just laying here with my legs up, bro.
How that little Chris could take a dick.
Boy done good. Look at how good that boy do. That boy do good.
I'm not saying that all of the Scout Masters are pedophiles.
On a long
but
enough
maybe the best
timeline.
ones are.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're rookies.
Oh,
What
yeah.
the hell is wrong with you, rookie? You're supposed to fuck little boys.
Dude, fucking...
I'm something of a scientist myself.
That's hilarious, though, that you had your Boy Scout uniform.
So I was okay. In fairness, I was wearing my Boy Scout shorts. And
I think you earned a patch.
I hadn't put the uniform on yet. I was supposed to be going to this meeting, and God, this is so fucked up.
You earned a fur patch.
I feel like because we've talked about first times, I can tell you about this. So, this girl, she was my sister's friend, and she had a little sister, and her little sister comes up to me and she's like, "Candace said that if you kiss her, she'll suck your dick."
Nice.
And I was like,
Can I get that writing?
"Yeah." I was like, "Oh, well, thank you."
Hang on. You like run to the
That's
phone
the
book.
ultimate.
Notary public.
That's the ultimate. Do you like me? Check yes or no.
Yeah.
Not only do I like you, if you kiss me, I will suck your little boy pee pee.
So I was like, "Hey,
Do all girls have this?
yeah." I was like, "Yo, so your sister told me that if I kiss you, you'll suck my dick," and she's like, "Yeah, I will." I was like,
Nice.
"Well,
And you told every girlfriend after that it's the rule.
sounds pretty good. Let's do this." And so I kissed her, and she started playing around with my dick, and I was like, "Well, seems like the right time." I just like went for it, and she was like,
Okay.
"Yeah." And I was like,
How old were you? Yeah.
"This isn't good."
You're-
I was like 14.
That's okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
You were in France, right, or Holland, or something?
No, I was in Southern California.
No,
Yeah.
France.
So then the girl fucking, she just moved from Hawaii like maybe 6 months ago.
Oh, she's a Hawaiian girl.
She said aloha to
Well,
your
she
penis.
wasn't ethnically Hawaiian. But
No. She
From
was,
Hawaii.
Yeah.
Took you on a
She's
Hawaiian
Owly.
roller coaster
yeah,
ride.
yeah, exactly. She's like a half, like a coconut before a camel was a coconut.
You should put on your mouth on your dick and go, ha me hola mi nahinaka. She took your dick on a Hawaiian roller coaster ride.
So she goes,
took your dick on a luau.
she goes,
Leo and bitch.
we're like fucking like, I don't know, a couple times a week. And at some point, she writes a letter.
You're getting tang on the steady at that age?
Yeah.
That's white entitlement.
Yeah. It was pure luck.
I mean,
dude.
that
It was pure luck.
Yeah,
That's why. That's why you were ready to get married at 20, right?
I mean, I was 24, but
Oh,
yeah,
you're
yeah,
24.
yeah, but yeah. I mean, maybe. But yeah, so I was.
But you guys got together when you were.
We were like 20.
Yeah. This is the one I've already had plenty.
So I sent. So, you know, we're doing the thing, and one day
The thing.
her mom comes over to the house. Her mom and my mom were friends, and I'm like standing in the stairwell, and the stairwell is like. It's like, here's the doorway, and here's the stairwell, like a little bit off the door. There's like a hall. And
here's the
I'm
church.
I'm in the stairwell, and the
Here's
mom
the
comes to the
steeple.
door, and she's like, Sandra, read this. And she just like shoves a piece of paper in my
remember the
mom's
story.
face.
Yeah.
Have I told you this story before?
Yeah.
Have I told you this story, Don?
Your daughter's
You
a
might
whore.
have told it on the podcast, but it's fine.
Okay, yeah. So
Your mom's like, it's not my fault.
We're
your
2
daughter's
hours into
slut.
or an hour and a half into a stream here. So
perfect.
Slut.
Perfect.
this is content. This is filling
Yeah,
time. It's
yeah,
great.
yeah,
It's
yeah.
great.
Just
I've
fill
been-
that time,
yeah.
baby.
I've been reading
So,
Christopher Walken the whole time.
She reads it. My mom's like reading it, and I'm like in the stairwell, like not in view. And my mom reads it, and she hands it back to her. And she's like, "Even if your whore daughter wanted to do this, he wouldn't know what to do." And I was like, "Fucking A, dude."
I changed his baby pee-pee diaper.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. Yeah. So
I've seen what makes you clap.
Yeah, your booze mean nothing to me. I've seen what makes you cheer.
yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah. So then we kept doing it like quite often, and then her dad was in Okinawa. He was a Marine, and he one day just like magically appears at my school.
Shit, I heard in Okinawa honor is very serious. I learned that from Karate Kid too.
In Okinawa.
Did you hear him coming? Because he had the hand drum in the car. And he was coming to fuck you up.
Driving down the road, I hear the hand drum. I'm like, oh fuck, I'm dead.
I was a knight who would fight for her honor. I was the hero she was dreaming of. We were gonna live forever. No one forever.
Oh man, yeah.
How to live forever.
Oh man. So her dad shows up at the school. He's in this red Camaro. He pulls up in front. He's like, "Get in." I'm like, "Oh no."
Hey, how old are you at this point? Like 15?
Like
You ever had your
14,
shit pushed in?
Yeah, 14, 15. I might have been 15 at that point.
Yeah.
And so I get in the car, and he just goes, "Brrr," and just like takes off. And I'm like, "So how was Okinawa?" And he's like, "Shut up." And I'm like, "Okay." And so he's
Okinawa?
just driving like a fucking bat out of hell. Doesn't say a fucking word. Pulls up in front of my house. He's like, "Get out." I'm like,
And for
Have a nice-
officer.
"Have a nice day." Ah. Dude, I was.
It was just some. He's like, I'm gonna take this kid home from school very intimidatingly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm gonna show him I'm gonna drive fast because no teenage boy likes driving fast.
This boy's about to learn about anticlimactic
Like you
displays.
call her on the phone. You're like, your dad is awesome.
Dude, can your dad pick me up every day? Let's
Yeah,
fuck
yeah.
a lot more.
He peeled out. It was like Fast and the Furious.
Yeah, it was. He was something. Looking back on it though, like, what the fuck was going on with this sister?
Yeah, yeah.
Like, what kind of little kid goes up to a teenage boy and says, "If you kiss my sister, she'll suck your dick"?
How old was the
Lebowski.
sister?
Like 8 or 9.
What if
Jesus
she said she would
Christ.
do it for $1,000?
Weird things going on there.
Their toenails.
Dude, right? Hey, that's the thing. When you're a kid, you're like,
Hell yeah.
yeah, you're like, oh, sweet. This kid just told me that this
Yeah.
other kid will suck my dick.
But now,
But now that I look back on it, I'm like, I don't think that it was the girl's first rodeo. And I don't think that the sister...
the sister was very aware of things that she probably shouldn't be aware of at that age.
Bro, at 8 years old, I had no idea about, like, getting
Yeah.
my dick sucked. I mean...
That's something that's impossible to be nonchalant about. You can't just be like, I don't care about getting my dick sucked.
Right.
Everybody knows that in your mind you're like, fucking I love getting my dick sucked. That's awesome. Hell yeah. Tell me more.
Think about when you're 8. Think about
Yeah.
when you're a fucking 8-year-old kid. If someone told you you can get your dick sucked,
Yeah.
wouldn't
Yeah.
you be like alarmed by that?
that a
You'd be like, wait, I
Transformer?
don't want my dick to get sucked. I'm 8. Like, I don't want that.
Is that like Megatron? Is that a Transformer? Does it turn into a car? That's awesome.
Oh man, I have to slow down on
I
this.
love
drink.
skateboarding.
It's
Yeah.
so goddamn good.
You and Heath were both little butt sluts with it last week.
Oh my god, dude.
You guys tore it up.
Man, it just tastes like fucking candy. It's so good.
It's like a root beer float.
It's like a root beer float. So yeah, anyway, that's my big story. That's my
So if a woman's intuition is real, why didn't they stop 9/11?
Right.
Because they have all these superpowers and they can see who's a mass murderer on the dating game.
Oh man.
Why not stop a real thing? Or invent something or build a house or get out of bed, anything.
You know how there's that saying, it's like every accusation is an admission.
Yeah.
But with Josh, it's every woman is his wife.
Yeah.
Every complaint about every complaint that Josh makes. You know how women won't get out of bed until 2 o'clock in the afternoon and won't ever get a job and they haven't had a valid license for 15 years. You know how all women are like that?
Bro, well, okay, so the famous women, one of them drove a plane into the ocean.
Yeah.
And the other one got everybody sick and died. Typhoid Mary. Who's the other one? Rosa Parks. You sat.
Yeah.
Cool. Can you do anything?
Josh, I feel like this is an easy one to start to like give examples of ones who did good things.
Yeah, Rebecca Romaine. Scarlett Johansson was the first action star female of any movie ever.
Jennifer Lawrence.
Yeah. They all say they're the first to everything. That's what we were talking about, that show Alone, where they live in the wilderness. Have you seen that?
Yeah, there's always at least one chick competing, and she's like, I am going to be the first woman to win alone.
Oh, yeah.
And I'm doing it for all the women to show that women are women and women can women as much as any woman can woman.
Somebody who can't stop saying the N-word.
Yeah.
Dude, did you guys watch the show like religiously or do you,
Alone?
Yeah.
I've watched like 3 seasons
It's
of
like,
it.
Did you watch the one in Labrador?
Well, they're all in Canada. Like, which
The one in Labrador
Malkovich.
is the one
Malkovich.
where the Mexican dude wins, and he basically just starves himself for like, he goes on like a crazy fast.
I seem to remember the Labrador one, but I don't know if I watched all of it then.
The person who came in second was a chick.
Yeah.
And honestly, she was so fucking close to winning, and then just like
Was it the toe? There's one where the chick came in second place. Her name was Callie. She was a blonde haired chick, and she was so cute, and she was always real positive. Because that was the one where there was the one that's like, I'm women, woman, women, woman, woman. And she made it to third. But then the second place girl, her toe got frostbite, and they had to pull her out. But she was about to win.
Oh, shit.
But anyway, so the Labrador, when there was a Mexican guy, and then the girl almost won. And that sounds familiar.
I honestly thought the chick was going to win.
Yeah.
Because here's the thing about chicks. For all of the deficits, they can definitely go without food for much longer.
Well, they have more.
Yeah, but then if they don't win, they're going to say everybody cheated and misogynic them or whatever. And they're really good at breakdancing. They didn't had an off day.
Oh man, I watched that whole thing many times.
Oh,
after we
are you
watched it
okay?
last week. It was so good.
Did you hurt your eyes?
Dude, if one more person says anything about this bitch having a PhD, I'm just gonna lose my shit.
Yeah.
And what? She has a PhD in breakdancing. So she makes
No, it's a promotional hip hop degree. It's not real.
Yeah, it's one of those social liberal arts things that they made up their own thing.
Yeah.
And then
'Cause
she gets to
women.
say, I'm a professor in it.
I'm the
a
first."
professor in the colonization and cultural whatever of dance and movement or whatever.
She's the
she
first
says.
woman to do that thing she made up.
Yeah.
This was another thing. This
Inaugural.
Was another part of the argument with me and Kristen today. She's like, no one has ever regretted getting a degree. I'm like, that's bullshit.
No one ever says, I want to be a
I'm like,
junkie when I grow
that's
up."
fucking bullshit. Like, that's not true.
You know how many English people with $150,000 English degrees or social work degrees or philosophy degrees or whatever they're working
African American studies
or they're, and
women's
they're
studies.
and they're working at Starbucks. They're like their loan payments are due every month. And all
Every
that.
single person who applied for loan forgiveness when Biden opened it up,
Was a girl.
all of those people
Yeah.
were women. And
You should fucking forgive me because
There's
it's
a lot
like
of
fake.
Bachelor of Arts and underwater basket weaving or
Oh,
whatever the
yeah.
joke is. Yeah,
oh yeah.
Uh-oh.
What happened to the game?
Is it about to implode?
No. Did it crash? Go back. Go to it again.
Go to it.
Did you just lose it? I don't know.
We know this couple whose boyfriend girlfriend they're not married yet, and they split expenses. They live their roommates, but then they fight about money all the time. And they're like, "Well, you can't do this because I have to do this, and we have to do it." And they share a bank account.
I think they're not married ever.
It's like, dude,
It's been a
you
while.
if she wants to spend a bunch of money on something, you should, dude, go on a break. Because the only reason they're sharing expenses and he can't do stuff because she spends money is because they're boyfriend girlfriend.
Right.
So they're not married.
Right.
So if she decides she wants to waste money, you could be like, I think we should see other people.
Right.
Or
Yeah.
like, we should separate for a while.
Right.
Until you pay off that shit, and then I'll have to pay off half of it. And then we'll be back together.
Yeah. Yeah. That's
It's strategic.
Timed release.
man.
Have you ever seen an Asian waiter? Not at an Asian restaurant.
An Asian waiter that's not in an Asian restaurant?
I don't know. No, I don't. I mean, I can't think of I can't think of a time that I have
They would disappoint their parents too much.
being a Asian waiter.
Probably. If you're a waiter at like Shoney's or whatever.
Shoney's!
Yeah.
They're fucking Shoney's. Like breakfast at Shoney's.
They have waiters?
There were so many Shoney's down the south.
Oh yeah.
Mr. Bojangles?
Oh yeah, yeah.
You disappoint me. The Willem Dafoe disappointed Asian father. I can't believe you're waiting tables at Shoney's. Like a piece of garbage. Did I raise you to be a samurai or be a Denny's waitress?
Oh man, this thing is so good, Josh. I want to just like pour it in my butthole and then.
I'm glad you're enjoying it because I didn't get to have one, and I'm ready.
Well, you know what, man? You drank that beer too slow because you're too busy playing your little video game.
I made my therapist laugh because I was telling him that people with borderline personality disorder are really good at multitasking because of all the fucking voices.
Yeah.
So like, there's a lot of guys in there, so
Yeah.
those guys can do a lot of stuff.
Right.
So they get hired because they're hard workers.
Right.
But you can be in a meeting, be processing paperwork, and accuse somebody of something on chat at the same time. Because those are different guys.
Right.
Have you ever been friends with somebody who's like bad personality disorder? Besides the vulture? Where it's like
Yeah.
you have to sympathize with
Yeah.
them because they're shitty to you?
Yeah.
It's like, oh, we put up with him. He's a dick.
Yeah.
Like, what's the redeeming? Why? Why do you want to be friends with somebody who's that's their nervous tick? Is that they say shitty things to you?
Yeah. 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 I don't
But it's
know.
okay. He only
Honestly-
does it all the time when we hang out.
I don't really have it unless it's like in a work situation. Like most
You've pruned those people out of your life.
mostly, yeah. I do. I mean, obviously, you know some folks that are like shit bags who are in my life
Yeah.
currently, but like, I just keep them at a real arm's length.
This is the commercial we're doing last week for insurance.
Yeah.
Hi, I'm a piece of shit.
Yeah.
I'm in your car, telling you how to drive. Get piece of shit insurance. Get an asshole, progressive asshole insurance.
Yeah.
Hi, I'm a dickhead. I'm going to talk to your wife and not you, and look at her tits the whole time at a party. You should get dickhead insurance.
Hey, whatever happened to that guy who would text your wife good morning and stuff? Whatever happened to that dude?
We don't talk to them anymore.
Just cut him.
We don't have room for any more BPDs.
Yeah.
We're all BPD'd out.
Yeah. Yeah.
We got friends and coworkers, and
Yeah.
once you have forced ones in your life, that tops me off for all of it.
You're
like
right.
I can't be friends with them anymore.
What's the deal with the dude whose boyfriend's with the girl with the dog? Or is he still hanging?
Yeah.
Does he listen to the stream? Is he gonna hear me?
No, I don't know. He's on a different medication, so he's doing better. Donnie? What about the guy that pretends to cry in the bathroom to hide the fact that he's doing coke? He's like, I'm like, well, that guy's really having a bad day, and he comes out of the bathroom like, "Fuck yeah, everybody, how's everybody doing?" Oh, you must have really cried it out. You feel better?
Oh man.
You could get away with it in winter on the East Coast.
Right.
Because everybody had the sniffles. So you could
Right.
go snort coke at work in the bathroom and be like, boy, these allergies, it's cold, snowing. I guess you could do it here too. Ooh,
Yeah.
ragweed.
Yeah. During allergy season, definitely. Yeah. Not the cold. Yeah.
But yeah, the new humiliation ritual is tipping. If you don't tip, they do a humiliation ritual with you. They go, "Is that all?"
Yeah.
Dude, people are calling Lala's because they double charge everybody. You got to pay cash there. They double charge us twice for our shit.
Wait, what?
Yeah, bars sometimes will, if you close out your tab at the end and tip, they'll do 2 separate transactions,
Oh yeah, for the tip. Yeah.
and then you have to wait. and
Yeah.
so it's like your $100, and then it's $115.
Yeah.
Like, what the fuck?
Oh yeah, well, but the first one should go away.
Yeah.
But
Should.
If it puts a hold, it should be putting. a
Well,
hold.
it depends how retarded your bank is that they make you look at it. Like my online thing for my bank is completely defeated the purpose of not having a checkbook. I might as well just balance a checkbook.
Yeah.
Because they stagger shit in their favor so that it looks a certain way over the days.
I think they're not allowed to do that anymore. Because that was like screwing people over because they would.
I didn't know I couldn't do
You
that.
know about that, right? The banks would, like Bank of America and Wells Fargo and all those, would they would.
So let's say that you have $500 in your bank account, and you write your rent payment for $400, and then you get groceries for $50, and then you go to some other store, buy $25 pair of jeans for $25, and then you go to the convenience store and get a drink, and then basically it puts you over to where like you're $3 overdrawn.
Yeah.
They will put through the big thing. The biggest stuff that overdraws you first, so they can hit you with all those little things, and that's not the order that you did things in. So basically, the last $3 thing should be the thing that overdraws you, and you get that one charge. But instead, they rearrange it to
They
where
still do that, but
they
they
can
blame
take
the
away
third
all your
party.
money and then hit you with all the
Multiple
overdraft charges. And
because
like, there's
of
been
that.
like lawsuits and the
They still do
Congress
it.
and
And you
things
call
have
them and
been
they blame
involved.
the third party. They're like, I don't know, what bar were you at, you dirt bag? So it must be them, and their credit card machine is from the 90s or whatever.
I wonder though. I mean, I'm in no way defending Wells Fargo. Fuck Wells Fargo, but there may be something to that because they all like having dealt with payments in the past. All of those systems are super fucked up.
Yeah.
Like the way that like they'll batch things up and then
Yeah.
they won't go through until like some places they'll batch things up for like a day, some places will batch things up for
Yeah.
2 days. You don't know if that bar down there is like actually doing real-time transactions, batching it to the end of the night, batching it to the end of every 2 nights. So there may be something to that, but if it's happening at scale like that,
No, and well, so their reasoning for that was that, the bigger transaction is probably a more important one that you want to go through.
Yeah.
So we're going to make sure that one goes through, as opposed to all these little $3 transactions. Because I'm sure you'd rather your rent go through than your rent not go through, but all these little tiny transactions. I'm like, well, that just so happens to make it to where you can charge 5 different overdraft fees.
Right.
Isn't that convenient for you?
well, also
Convenient.
like they have to put something in place to like be able to do the analysis to do something like that
Yeah.
too.
Yeah.
Like
Analysis.
I don't know.
It basically came to where it was proven that they were doing that way for that specific reason, so they could charge people as many overdraft fees as possible. But let me actually, it was like a
There was a
it was a
bankers
Supreme
meeting.
Court almost decision or something. Let's see if I can find
That's
that.
another Willem Dafoe evil banker.
What we're going to do is batch the transactions so that the poor people can't eat. Peter?
Ma'am.
Oh, there it is.
Oh, no.
That's us talking upstairs.
Yeah.
So who the whole,
Turn
you
that
know,
down, damn it.
you know how people like to say they're gonna get canceled, like they're fucking famous, and then they.
Well, I'm
don't.
gonna get canceled for this.
Yeah.
Who actually did? Who's an example of that? Actually, fucked somebody's life up. Besides Louis C.K., he was like the most.
I mean, like,
Oh,
things like Aziz Ansari had that happen.
But he did a thing.
I know a guy.
No, somebody wrote a thing that accused him of a
No,
thing.
he's a Packy bro. He's a brown man, and he came to America and fucked a white girl. What
He's
the
like,
fuck did you think? Do you read
"Can I
history
please
books?
see your pussy? I would like to stick my fingers down your
You
throat.
don't get to come to this
No,
country.
he's much
and
more
try our
animated.
stuff.
He's not that.
He's like, can I put you? Yeah.
Yeah, I got Oreos on my dick. Pew, pew, pew.
Now there's been some There's been some, what I would say, consequences far outweigh the offense type of
Oh,
things.
yeah.
But nobody's Army Hammer, maybe? Like, he's got to sell insurance in Aruba now or something. I don't know if you
Who's
know.
Army Hammer? I don't know who that is.
The
Whatever.
actor
He's
who
still
was
got
in.
a baby
He was
money.
He was the Winklevoss twins in Social Network. And apparently it came out that he had like a cannibalism fetish and he was wanting to like eat chicks and shit. Or at least, that was what he was saying. And
He's
he
trying
got
to make some sashimi out of that pussy.
yeah, so he got basically gone from everything. I'm trying to think who else. I mean, you got like Gina Carano, but she sucked.
Well, there's a lot of people who got like minorly canceled, who like got, they're supposed to speak at a university and they got disinvited. Like,
Yeah.
There's definitely different levels of this.
I mean, and also it depends on whatever it was that they did, right? Because for a while there was very much a treating everybody like they were Weinstein and Cosby.
Yeah.
And if you and definitely if you brought up, wait a second, let's look at the severity here, then you got yelled at for, not believing women or listening or being a man or whatever it was. And I literally had bitchy ass feminist chicks at bars tell me that I was doing something wrong and evil by saying Al Franken shouldn't have resigned because of Al Franken. That's the person who got
Al Franken's
canceled.
a good example.
He lost
Yeah.
everything. He was shaping up to be probably one of the greatest politicians that we were going to have.
I would have voted for him for president.
He
He's the
probably
coolest.
could have eventually run for
Everybody
president.
votes for the coolest guy. You said,
But
Johnny. He's cool.
this conservative chick basically just laser sniper shot at him with a couple of things that were obviously him being just a comedian and funny before
Fun
he was
times
ever.
guy.
So it was a comedian that got canceled, but he
Hey,
was
baby,
a
let me
senator
let me
at the
finger
time,
your
right?
pussy. I'm just a
Charlie
fun
Rose.
times
He's
guy.
a dude who got canceled.
When he's showing his dick to chicks
yeah,
and
yeah.
trying to
Didn't he have a
bang the
trap
woman-
door
was
in
he-
his
He's definitely gone. He's
Yeah.
gone.
Yeah.
Uh, Bill
I got a
O'Reilly.
trap door in my
Yeah.
office.
Bill O'Reilly, yeah.
Yeah.
I know a guy he's like kind of small time guy, but he was big enough. Like, his name's should I say names?
Was he had a public persona?
Oh yeah.
Okay, yeah, you can say his name.
Andy Signori.
Video game guy?
Yeah.
Signor.
No.
You got fired. His seniority didn't
It's,
help him keep his job.
Nore. Yeah, I know who he is. What did he do? He was the Honest Treasure, the Screen Junkies guy. Yeah.
I actually know that guy.
Was he falsely accused?
No. He was. He wasn't falsely accused, but it was one of those things where it's like he
Should be
basically
illegal
was
to
just kind of
falsely
being a
accuse.
dirtbag,
Yeah.
and he and this girl called him out for it, and he, he was cheating on his wife, which
Honest Trailer's creator suspended, right?
yeah.
He was falsely accused of similar acts in 2020, which led to a significant backlash. A lot of shit saying falsely. I mean, I know there was real stuff because I remember hearing about him when all this happened. But the Honest Trailers guy definitely.
So he, this is kind of interesting. Before he was anyone, we were like trying to make movies and do like goofy shit together, and we made.
Was this the "What About Me" video?
No.
That was awesome. Donnie, you have to watch his music video.
Oh man, yeah. So no, he made. That's funny. I didn't even
It's
think
like
about
13 years ago or 16.
Yeah, I didn't even think about it until you sent me all your stuff. That we haven't seen each other's.
We all have a
stuff.
hall of shame on YouTube somewhere.
Yeah, exactly.
I had one of me at Cedar Door, but it was not one of my good sets. It was kind of an okay set. It might be the one where I dropped the N-bomb. I don't know.
It was okay. It was pretty good.
Yeah.
It was
Pretty
totally
good
fine.
It was
N-bomb.
2011, dude. It's
Yeah.
fine. It was
Yeah,
2011.
you say whatever back
It was,
then.
it was an okay
Yeah.
N-bomb.
Yeah.
It wasn't one of his best
13
N-bombs.
years ago, why, dude, just say the N-word. No big deal.
Making sexual comments, asking for inappropriate photos, and attempting to assault them.
So he, we were all just kind of like trying to make random shit.
Yeah.
And he made this movie in the office I was working in called "The Office is Closed, but Her Legs Are Open."
Nice.
And dude, it was fucking ridiculous. Like, it's all filmed in this office after hours. Like, none of the bosses knew. We just like snuck all these people in and made this movie. I could have totally got fired for it. And
I I don't think they were firing people for that kind of stuff.
Well, he
From what I heard.
won the Echo Park Film Festival in 2002 for this movie.
Oh,
Which
nice.
was like, you know,
Donnie was saying N-words at Cedar Door, and you're making sex videos at work. It was 2011 was good for everybody. You guys had a fun year. I was trying to raise fucking kids.
So, yeah, I guess he kind of, yeah, because I it popped up on like my news and my feeds and things like that whenever that happened to him. Yeah, so there's been definitely Harry Knowles is gone forever now. There's several, it's a lot of nerd creator YouTube media type guys have gotten it. Devin Faraci, the guy who birth movies death, Alamo Drafthouse's media arm, arm.
yeah.
But he was one of those like doth protest too much male feminist type guys. So
yeah.
Shouldn't have been putting those
Who's
ideas
the other
in their
guy?
heads.
The CEO of that company. Oh God, there's a CEO of a company who was like, the guy who like, he made his salary the same as the guys who worked in the warehouse and shit like that, and all of his employees like bought him a Ferrari because he was such a good boss. And then it turns out that he's like a
that's recent, right?
yeah, that's pretty recent. Last like 2 or 3 years.
Made a salary same as workers. Harassment, was it?
Yeah, not just harassment. I think there was like rape too.
That's harassment. That's hard.
That's
That's a
like-
hard R.
it's like-
Harassment with a hard R.
That's extreme, bro. Extreme harassment. Mountain Dew. Extreme
do you
harassment.
like harassment? Do you like harassment extreme?
It's the fucking stand-up paddling of harassment. Stand-up
there's
paddling
like a
is the rollerblading of kayaking. Kayaking was fine. Why did you fuck with it?
Was it Dan Price, the guy who
Dan Price.
the guy who made all of his? He gave everybody a $70,000 salary.
That's what it was. That's
Yeah.
what it was.
As soon as he did that, like, it turned into like his former business partner came after him. Like, it turned into a huge clusterfuck.
It was a huge
and it
thing,
was like
yeah.
one of those where like he was. It almost looked like he was doing that to like. For good publicity to offset whatever else was going on.
Yeah. That's what it was. It was like he was basically trying to like shroud all of his bad shit.
Yeah,
in-
by like being like, I am a
Yeah.
generous CEO.
Yeah. The future is female, bro.
Yeah.
Like that kind of shit.
So Donnie and I were raised religious. My parents used to tell me that whenever I asked any question, they were like, "It's Jesus." That was just the answer for everything. And not until now, and having kids, do I realize it was just short for Jesus Christ. Stop asking so many questions. They would just be like, "Jesus, shut up. You're done. We're done with this conversation now." Why is the sky blue? Jesus Christ, you got a lot of fucking questions, kid.
Kristen used to like, she has like notepad, and she was anytime the kids started asking questions, she's like, write all these questions down. We'll deal with them when we get home. Like,
That's awesome.
yeah, it was good.
Put them in the suggestion box
Yeah.
for later.
Yeah,
Right now, it's not questions time.
you just any question you have, you just write it in this notepad.
That's good. That teaches them to read and write and
Yeah.
memorize stuff.
When me and Daddy get home, we're gonna rip that page out. And we're gonna throw it in the
We're
fucking
gonna say,
trash.
Jesus Christ, that's a fucking lot of questions.
Okay, Wells Fargo agrees to pay $1 billion to settle shareholders' class action lawsuit. Well, there's the bank. Okay, so the shareholders went up against Wells Fargo. This is last year. And sued them because the bank made misleading statements about its compliance with federal regulators after a fake account opening scandal.
Oh, yeah.
So they were opening accounts to charge people for the account
Yes.
stuff.
It's not illegal to
That
make
was another
misleading
thing that
statements.
They got in trouble for that. That was back in 2016. So there's been more things. I mean, Wells Fargo's a shitty ass fucking bank. They're really bad.
Thanks, man.
And it's crazy. It's because they can just get away with it.
Yeah. Too big to fail.
It's good.
It's like it's so.
That was Amy Winehouse's alcoholism. It was too big to fail. She had to stay drinking.
I heard.
Somebody said they needed a beer, and I was like, no one has ever needed a beer except Amy Winehouse. She needed to have a beer, or she would die.
Man, Kristen's not drinking right now, and like, it's like I'm so aware of it every moment of every fucking day.
My sobriety, it's like my anxiety.
It's like, dude, yeah, fine, don't drink, but leave me out of it. You know, like,
Why do we need bumper stickers?
like,
Have you seen the pedo hunter videos where people are like, it's like ghost hunters, but they're like, we're gonna bait this pedo into trying to talk to a fake 12-year-old, and then we're gonna catch him in public and threaten to call the police. I think they're all fake.
No, there are some ones now where they like beat the shit out of the guy, but what they're doing is they're getting like autistic and kind of like mentally disabled people,
Yeah.
and then just beating the shit out of them and pretending that they're all like, you know,
they're righteous.
they're righteous and all that straight. And like you can tell a lot of these people that they're getting, they're like, that guy is not all there. You shouldn't be.
You know how
doing
Michael
this.
Jackson did
Yeah,
it because his childhood got robbed from him and he never got a childhood? Retarded people do it because their childhood is their whole life and they're always children. Like, I still have a childish mind.
Yeah, 'cause there's a lot. They pop up on Twitter all the time, and it's just these guys. Like usually it's in like a Walmart or a store, and they confront the guys and they start like slapping them in the face and just hitting them, and they're like, then they try and get them to like confess what they're doing, and then they like won't take
Say
any
on
answers,
video.
and the guys will start talking, they'll just hit them again, they'll tackle them. Like, there's a really bad one that just went viral where they like knocked a guy into like the awning of a building, and like the awning.
It's really
collapsed and
horrible,
stuff.
Chris, how they're mistreating these poor guys. It's
Yeah.
horrible.
Pedophiles, yeah.
It's not fair.
I thought the worst thing that happened to these guys was getting teased. Like,
Yeah. I hope I don't get teased.
That's what, all pedophiles just have small dicks, like the kazoo thing. They wouldn't fit. So they're like,
They're like, I need to find something.
this is the only way anything will work.
Nothing else feels good. It's like throwing a hot dog down a hallway.
Canyon cooter.
Candy cooter.
That's what we call the slut in high school.
My penis isn't small. She has a huge vagina.
Huge vagina.
This is a Curb Your Enthusiasm thing, right?
Yeah.
She's a slut, Peter.
I'm gonna have to go turn that down. It's falling upstairs.
Donnie, they were talking. I was reading about somebody was looking forward to Alien, and they were like, "I'm cautiously optimistic," and I was like, "That's funny because I know a guy who's confidently pessimistic about everything." You don't have to be cautious at all. You can throw caution to the wind and just know that everything's gonna suck.
Yeah.
Be like, "Hey, I was right again."
Yeah.
Look how always right. We're talking about shitty come-on lines like "nice shoes, want to fuck" and all those old ones that we used to say to girls. I wish you were my coffee table because I want to bang. Wait, I wish you were my shins because I want to bang you on the coffee table.
Yeah.
It's got to be your bull. So my new one I came up with was, you make a bet with a girl and then you get a coin out and you go, "Can I fuck you for it?" You flip the coin. All right, I have to practice my Chicago story. You've been to Chicago recently, right?
Yeah.
I'm telling you at Luster tomorrow. So this is a bunch of... You guys have to tell me what the funny parts are. Because it starts with not going to college anymore at Liberty. Because I was asked not to attend my sophomore year. Because we put a gay flag on Jerry Falwell's Suburban. And then they also didn't like me because I had to do a research project. And I did the whole research project on how dumb that school is. And how nobody should have to wear a tie and everything. Ties are a humiliation ritual.
Dress up nice for the adults and put a silk scarf around your neck so I can look at you while you
right.
get on your knees before your savior.
So, my final year of college, my sister also got me a job at Lynchburg Regional Airport in Lynchburg, Virginia. I told you about Lynchburg, Virginia?
I know about Lynchburg, Virginia.
It's in the Tri-County area with Blacksburg and Christiansburg.
Oh, yeah. Okay. Yeah.
Because they just put a burg on it, and the map used to say Christians lynch blacks. And it was like Vidar, Texas, like, don't let the sun. So I was in Lynchburg. It was a shitty town, but I was there for college. And then I got a job with the airport. It's the most highest paying job I had ever had. So I was like, I guess I live in Lynchburg now with my stoner roommates in this townhome by a creek. And I had free standby flights everywhere that United went from Lynchburg, or from Dulles, from the hub.
Yeah.
So I went to Boston and had a bowl of chowder, and I like went to DFW just to see what Texas looked like on a weekend when I didn't have to work. I had free flights, so I just show up and be like, let me get on this one. But I also had $75 guest passes. So I brought my best friend with me to Chicago because I had a friend from college in Europe that was going to NIU. And this is my buddy that I grew up skateboarding with. I gave him my $75 buddy pass. I was like, yeah, I have a couple of these a year. You can use one. We'll go on a trip. Because we've been going on road trips together all over Virginia, like every dumb college in the mountains. We went to all of them.
Nice. Did you go to BJU?
JMU?
BJU?
Which one is that?
Bob Jones University?
No. I mean, we went to West Virginia University, which is BJU. Basically, you're going to get your dick sucked in West Virginia. All you got to do is go over there.
That's like the school's motto. Like, come
You gonna get your dick sucked.
Come get your dick sucked.
You don't like it.
So I was working at United. I took my buddy to Chicago. He grew up with me skateboarding, and he was like, "Why do you smoke weed? That's so bad. You're gonna ruin your life. You shouldn't smoke weed." And he was like proselytizing everybody. Drugs are bad. Okay. I guess he believed like the Dare videos, and he was trying to be different and cool because everybody smoked weed. So he was like the only guy that didn't.
Oh, he was like the.
He was like, "You guys are stupid."
Contrarian, if
Yeah. But then he came with me to arts college in Chicago to visit my stoner buddy that I went to Amsterdam with. And we just woke up in his dorm one morning, and Matt was smoking the bong. I heard, and I was like, what the fuck, dude? Are you smoking weed for the first time right now? And he was like, fuck it. I'm in Illinois. I don't know anybody.
When in Illinois?
Yeah. I'm just going to try this. There's nothing else to do today. He was waiting for everybody else to wake up. He was bored. But that was the day we were going.
It just seems like it was probably pretty easy to get this guy to smoke weed. Like,
I had gotten to him too a little bit before on the Blue Ridge Mountain Parkway in Virginia because we were listening to Spiritualized and the sun was setting, and I had a Black and Mild with all the tobacco rolled out and weed stuffed in it with a pencil, and I was smoking it like Hunter Thompson.
Yeah.
And he was like, "Fuck it, let me try some of that." And then he was driving, and he said, "You have to drive now." And I said, "Why?" And he said, "Because there's a cliff to our left, and the music keeps telling me to go left." We were listening to Spiritualized, which is suicidal heroin music, and he said the guy was just going, "Psst, go left. Come on, just go off the cliff." I was like, "Okay, I'll drive, buddy. It's time for you to take a nap."
Yeah.
Anyway,
wait,
it's always better.
Did he smoke that time or not? He did.
He did a little bit, and he got fucked up. So this was the second time, which is always better. Like the second time,
time's always better.
Yeah, the first one's
first
weird.
time doesn't really hit.
So he ripped a bong, and then that was the day we were going home to Virginia. So the guy took us. Before he went to college, he just dropped us off in downtown Chicago because we could just get a train to the airport.
Yeah.
So we had the whole day just to bum around Chicago. But Matt was high as balls, and he was like, "Let me sit down." And he sat down, and then he was like, "Let me lay down." And he laid on this coffin-style bench in a public park in downtown Chicago. I laid down next to him. We were like in an L, and there was a building cutting a cloud in half. You know, clouds move sometimes in a building, but I'd never seen that before.
Yeah.
And he'd never seen that before. We didn't have tall buildings in D.C. They're all low.
Right.
So he was like, "Is that real?" And I was like, "Yeah. It's awesome that it's happening right now, and none of us have seen this before." But yeah, he was like, "It looks like a fucking X-Acto blade cutting skin like the cloud was peeling back." It was awesome. It's a cool first thing to see your first time high. And then we went and saw Jesus and Mary Chain at the House of Blues. And then we went back to the airport to go home. But the flight was full. All our flights are standby. That's why they're cheap. So they were like, "You're gonna have to chill here. The next flight's at 6 a.m." And it was like 1 a.m. after we had gotten there from the House of Blues. So we just slept at the airport on the benches. And they seemed fine with it. They were like, "Just wait here," and we were like, "Yeah, wait. From 1 a.m. to 6, we're gonna go to bed."
Yeah. Yeah.
So we just lie down. But I had a Princess in the Pea thing. There was something under me that was uncomfortable. So I kind of got up in the middle of the night and fingered around under myself and found a wallet. I was like, "Oh shit, somebody left their wallet." And Matt was like, "How much is in it?" I was like, $21. And he was like, "Good, we can eat breakfast on the way home." So we got a different flight home through North Carolina to Virginia. So we used the guy's cash to get Danishes in West Virginia or North Carolina, and then we made it home. And I was going to mail him his wallet with his credit cards and his ID and everything. But then my stoner roommates were like, "Dude, you can't mail credit cards because somebody's at the post office had been scanning them with a magnet, and busting them open and spending them, and then it's on you because you mailed it if your return address is on it. And somehow that made sense to me when I was high. I was like, yeah, you're right. And they were like, take them all to the gas station, swipe them all, make sure it says declined, then you know you can send them. And I was like, cool. So I took his wallet to the gas station, swiped all his things. Everybody thinks I'm lying and that I was trying to spend his money. But I had already spent his cash.
It's $21.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know.
I was spending his money, but not all of it.
Yeah,
Like,
everyone $21.
Josh is like, everyone thinks I'm lying and I was trying to spend his money, but anybody who knows me knows I'm just that dumb.
Yeah. It just turned out that way.
Yeah.
It seemed like a good idea at the
Yeah, it
time.
seemed like a good idea at the time. Yeah.
So I scanned them all. They all said declined. I put the wallet in a manila folder. I put my address on it. I put his address on it. I got some stamps. I went to bed. I dropped it at the post office on the way to work. I got to work, and my boss said, "You're not working your shift today. You're getting on a plane and going to Dulles." And I was like, "Why?" She was like, "I think you know why." And I was like, "Bitch, you have no idea. We work for United. There's 2 flights a day on this shift. It's a 12-hour shift. Between those 2 shifts, there are 8 hours. We've been playing Madden with the Delta guys. They had an N64. We're pulling each other on skateboards around on the runway.
What of the 15
Yeah,
things?
we're playing
are you
Frisbee.
talking about?
Yeah, right.
Like,
Right.
you know something, but I'm not going to tell.
You have to say it. Yeah.
Yeah.
So I got to Dulles, and my sister had got me this job. So I got to Dulles, went to the HR office where she worked. It was in the airport. She was like, "God damn it, Josh. What'd you do? We got the FBI waiting for you." And I was like, "What?" She was like, "The credit cards." And I was like, again, there have been a lot of credit cards.
Right.
There have been a lot of credit card things happen that nobody knows about. That was just one of them. Like, we used to find them when I worked at a gas station and use them and just go to Walmart and buy like DVDs and Star Wars figures and then throw it away and before there's cameras.
Yeah.
So then I went in the office and the FBI guy's there in a suit and he's like, "You can write a statement about what happened with this guy's wallet." First he goes, "Where's the wallet?" And I was like, "I mailed it to him. It's in the mail." And he was like,
It was all about this?
"Yeah."
How the fuck did they know?
How do they track it down?
There was
that
cameras at the gas station that take your picture if you run a declined card.
How fast did they?
How is it the
did they
FBI?
know it
the next
though?
day.
How is it the FBI? Oh, maybe because it's interstate.
Yeah, I guess it's an interstate thing or whatever.
Or someone ratted on me, which I don't think so. I mean, there was no reason to.
So so it was basically.
How did my boss at work find out
Yeah.
the next day?
So okay, so you say it's in the mail.
Yeah, and he goes, "Well, you have 2 choices. You can write a statement about what happened with the wallet and get fired, or you cannot write a statement and get arrested." And I was like, "By who?" And he was like, "Me." And I was like, "Are you a cop?" And he showed me his FBI badge. And he was like, "You don't need to be a cop to arrest somebody. You just need a badge." And I was like, "Okay, I'll write a statement. I'll pick the option where I don't go to jail right now."
Yeah.
So I just told him everything. I didn't say we spent the guy's cash. I didn't say anything about it.
No, of course not. It's $21 fucking dollars.
Yeah. I said I mailed it to him. I said I found it and I mailed it to him, but I swiped them to make sure they were deactivated first so that nobody within the postal system would take advantage of the scan them. I heard people had magnetic scanners. And the guy read it and went, "Psh, all right, go get your termination pay." My sister had to fire me because she was HR. But that was when I stopped being a college student and started being an adult with jobs and stuff. That was my final.
That was that. Yeah.
No more colleges. Clearly, you're not a college guy.
Yeah. Wait. So, are you using this as a bit?
I'm trying to find the funny part so I can lead up to him and hit him. Like Donnie said, the funniest part is that I'm dumb. Yeah. And that I did something dumb.
Yeah. I might have to digest the story a little bit. This isn't not what I thought was coming. I thought that something totally different was coming, so I'm a little.
No, I thought it was funny because I got fired by the FBI, which I didn't know you could do.
Yeah.
I mean, there was a lot of FAA regulations, and that whole time at that airport when I worked there, it was right when I turned 21.
Yeah.
So I was just sweating pure vodka onto the tarmac. every
Oh,
day.
man,
And I did everything for that job. I did the flashlights.
Oh yeah.
I called the guys on the radio. I pushed the retards to the wheelchairs. I did everything. Did ticketing. baggage. Because if you're just the only person there and it's a 20-seater,
Right.
1 or 2 guys can do it, depending on how
You
full
flew
the
the
flight.
fucking plane.
I wish. I flew my skateboard down the runway a couple times on a rope behind a baggage thing.
That's pretty good. Yeah, I don't know. What's the funny part of that? I mean, there's funny parts of it, obviously, but what's the kind of like succinct joke that you can make in that thing?
Yeah, I mean the funny part to me is that I fucked up, but you have to like do misdirects and do like storytelling to make it funnier. The parts where I fucked up. My sister shouldn't have given me that job.
No.
I had just turned 21 and I was in college, and the night I turned 21, we took a hatchet to the school sign, and that school hated me.
I mean, you're 47 and 46, 47, and not even related to me, and I'm not getting you a fucking job. Like, it's not happening.
Well, I've told you a lot of different ways that I don't want to work ever anywhere.
Yeah.
I've been pretty honest about that. Yeah. I want to fire people for you for free.
Yeah.
I'll do it for nothing.
Actually, that might be the job.
Yeah.
That might be the job that I would be totally down to give you.
Dude,
like,
doing something you love, you never work a day in your life.
Dude, you get to ruin a lot of people's fucking day by telling them that they don't work here anymore.
Well, I don't know them.
Yeah.
And I'm interested in you doing well. So
yeah.
My only bias is that you can drink with us and do this.
Yeah.
These HR problems are fucking up your podcasting schedule.
Dude, the HR problems are fucking up my whole life. Like, I'm not fucking around. I woke up and worked from 7 o'clock this morning until like 3 o'clock this afternoon. And then I was like, okay, now I just like have to drink. Like,
That's like comedy. People try to pay me for comedy, and I'm like, no, I have a job. I don't want to get paid for this. This is for funsies.
Yeah.
I also don't want to go to a skateboarding competition because that's an oxymoron. I skateboard to hang out with my friends and have fun. I don't want to be the funniest person in Austin because I don't think that exists.
No, I think you're right about that. Oh man,
I do want my racism certificate though.
I want you to have that too.
Yeah.
I told him I'm framing that white privilege thing.
Yeah.
I'm putting it up. It's going on the podcast.
I like that. Yeah. Man.
I need something of Chris's to put on the shelf. What? Do you have a thing that would go good on the shelf that is you? Something of yours or something that?
Yeah, I'll get you something.
Do you have like a? I mean, you probably don't. Like you
Totem.
have anything like Blizzardy or Warcrafty or something? Like if you have anything like that, that'd be cool.
Oh yeah.
On the put on the shelf.
Yeah. I'll get you something. I'll get you something good.
Give me something good.
Man, you know what I did, which was a huge mistake, was I gave all of the action figures that I got.
Yeah.
I gave all of them to Miranda, and she opened up all of them.
Yeah. It's probably worth some money, if unopened or whatever.
Oh, unopened, I think they'd be worth something. But
yeah.
I mean, I don't think they'd be worth $1,000, but I think they might be worth like 50, 70.
I don't know. Like, if it was like the original runs of some stuff.
It's the original run.
Because you were there for. Were you there? You weren't there for the WoW launch.
I wasn't there for Vanilla. I was there for Burning Crusade.
Burning Crusade. Yeah. You were there for. Yeah. I told you I talked to a guy who.
Mark Kern.
Oh no! I read Mark Kern pissing off everybody in the industry all day long. But a guy who worked for a company that made Shadowbane, which was an MMO. They launched, and then like a month later, WoW launched, and it just destroyed them. I talked to that guy. He was pretty cool. He has a lot of cool, old school stories about the 2003 time, 2000, 2002, all that.
Oh man, I'd never bring my computer. I've never brought my computer over here. I just thought about it, how I have a ton of fucking pictures and like shit. Oh, do you have a guest network or something?
Let me type in the password for you because it's hard to read.
Which
out.
Network is it?
TK421.
I'm going to go to the bar if you want to go to the bar.
I can go over there.
Novelty. You're gonna be novelty.
We'll stop the stream in a minute, and then he will. I'm going to have him. Maybe you can share pictures or
yeah.
Did you play the drop? He doesn't have headphones. He's gonna sit here and put the headphones on so he can hear the new
Yeah,
song.
come put his headphones on real quick.
To the whoa.
For when the Xbox crashes or the computer crashes.
Woo. Oh man. I get to sit in the daddy seat. I like the daddy seat.
Daddy pants.
I like the daddy seat.
I'll be here early. Pretty early in the morning.
Oh man. Donnie, you want to? I'm just gonna throw it out there. You don't have to take me up on it, but if you ever want to, I'm lifting every Tuesday and Thursday morning at 6:30.
Bro, you don't even lift, bro.
Yeah, that would force me to get up.
If you want to do it, I'm there, and you can come anytime and do it. And just say, hey, I want to do it this Tuesday or Thursday.
Oh, it's wrong. I typed the wrong thing.
I won't bug you about it, but if you want to do
No,
it,
I need to actually. I need to start getting a good routine in place.
dude, fuck, did I tell you guys that I broke my bike?
Broke your ass? Yeah, you broke your brakes or whatever?
No, I broke
You
the
broke it
carbon.
separate from the time?
No, yes, I broke it. I broke the carbon frame on the mountain bike.
Really?
Yeah. Yeah.
Did it sound like this?
Oh shit! God damn it. Let's see. Oh shit!
That's now one of the drops on the podcast.
That's
by the way.
sweet. I love that.
That's his ding for when his computer
That,
crashes.
dude, that just made my fucking day. I love that.
Computer has
That's
crashed.
sweet.
Yeah.
It does sound like that.
Okay, we're going to stop the recording. Thanks for joining us, all 0 people. Bye.